Patriots goal. 19 seconds into the season.
And saved by Jaden Man.
Christian Beckett ties the goal scoring record and saved by Man. Gets across, gets the rebound.
Patriots goal. 19 seconds into the season.
And saved by Jaden Man.
Christian Beckett ties the goal scoring record and saved by Man. Gets across, gets the rebound.
All right, welcome into Dallas for some hockey, late night hockey here between DBU and Texas Tech.
Late night, you said it. I mean, 10:45, getting on the ice for warm-ups. It's already almost 11 o'clock. They're about to do puck drop here in just a few moments. And, I mean, get the energy drinks out. Definitely be on the edge of your seat tonight. Don't fall asleep because we do have some good hockey coming for you guys.
Yeah, after a bye week, DBU welcomes in Texas Tech to look to get their first win of the season after struggling against Nebraska. And it was a rough weekend, rough last game, so DBU looking to turn the script and get their first win in this one tonight.
And it is our first game with 3 commentators. Xander, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys perfectly fine.
Yeah, we hear you as well.
Welcome,
How you
Xander.
doing down there?
What'd you say?
How you doing down there?
I am doing very good. I'm a little bit cold, but
Yes,
you expect it.
Yeah, we got thrown on the practice ring for tonight's game, so we're running a little bit different of a setup here. Upstairs, elevated camera angle, and we had a little trouble getting everything set up just because there's a whole new system for us here in this rink, but we got everything going, and we're ready for some late night hockey. But for now, let's honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. Honor our country. Alrighty, we're in for a fun one here as we got to meet the starting lineups for both teams. For DBU, they're rolling with what worked fairly well last weekend. First line starting is Jesse Zonana at left wing, Logan McKenzie centering that line, and Mikey Fernandez at wing. And for defensemen, they have Colin Gorman, number 8, and number 6 freshman Ian Johnson, and in goal, number 1, Dylan Haynes. That'll be a starting lineup for DBU. And in net on the Texas Tech end, you have number 1, Ryan Valdivieso. So we're getting ready for puck drop here in this one. Players getting their final skates in before we get going underway in this late one. It's now 11 o'clock, and we're getting set to play some hockey.
Yeah, here we go. Obviously, DBU with 2 losses weeks ago to Nebraska are going to look to try and take that down in today's game against Texas Tech.
And that's a great start as McKenzie wins that face-off. Is now in the neutral zone. Dumped down low by Tech. Gorman goes back to retrieve it. Gorman from his own red line hits McKenzie on a pass. McKenzie skating 2-on-2, has help with Zonana. McKenzie elects to go wide, wraps around behind the goal, centering the feet to Fernandez now, and is kicked away. It's loose in front, and Valdivieso covers that one for this first save in tonight's game.
DBU already with a quick start. As we remember last season, this was their first game that they played. They played against Texas Tech, and they did actually score the first goal of the season against Texas Tech just a few seconds after
19 seconds. I remember that one.
Into the season. I remember that one.
That was my very first game that I got to call play-by-play for. And, yeah, DBU won that game 8-0. And then followed it with a second win, 6-0 on that Saturday night. So DBU, plenty of success last weekend, looking to carry that over and get the first win. But that pass goes out to neutral zone. Johnson has to go back. DBU forced to touch up. Top line still out there. It's taken out in the neutral zone. With the puck is Planty. Has it taken away. Good defensive play there by Gorman. And the puck is loose in front by Haynes. Johnson retrieves it for DBU. Johnson looking to spring Zonana, coming off of a hat trick last game. And it's also Jesse Zonana's birthday, so give a little birthday shout and maybe see if he can get another goal, or who knows, even a hat trick here in this one.
Yeah, we did see Jesse Zonana with his first ever collegiate hockey goal and his first ever collegiate hockey hat trick in the last game against Nebraska.
Yeah, freshman, second game in college, getting a hat trick already, so that's a great way to start it. And unable to connect on a pass there, that was out of the reach of Lamb. Ross first to it, and that'll be an icing. So this will come back to the Texas Tech zone. DBU looking to draw first blood here early in this one.
If you're DBU, this is the exact start that you're looking for. Nothing really at your ends. Mostly at Texas ends. They're just looking to keep the pressure up here.
Yeah, and a couple notable moves here in this one is Tyson Wilhelm, who missed the last game with an upper body injury. He's back in there tonight, feels good enough to play. As there's a hit thrown there by Sorelli. first one here. We saw plenty of hits last weekend against Nebraska, or 2 weekends ago against Nebraska. Last time out for DBU.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if that physical game will continue in this next upcoming series here.
Yeah, Texas Tech now his biggest team is that one. Dawson Blue splits the defenders and has a puck knocked off his blade.
And already a little bit of scrum happening. We remember seeing it last year. These two teams do not like each other when they're playing each other on the ice. Expect to see a lot of talking back and forth, maybe some pushing and shoving in this one. It should be pretty fun between these two guys.
Yeah, I mean, DBU, they're trying to really build their identity as a brand new team with Austin Fowler, Jason Hilliard, and Derek Brayton. All 3 coaches new. This is their first season coaching. And 16 freshmen looking to carry over some momentum. And now this one will get moved out to the neutral zone. Wilhelm will line up for the faceoff. Wilhelm wins it back. Going to retrieve it is Owen Sally. Moves it to Tyler Volkanczyk. A different defensive pairing for this one. Volkanczyk dumps it low. Now Tech behind their own goal. Birdsong touches it off. That one is intercepted by Wilhelm. Moves it back. That pass is cut down with the stick. Volkanczyk retrieves it. Spins around behind his own goal. Volkanczyk moves up ahead. That one works in the neutral zone. Now Vasey has it. Gets around a defender. Vasey first to it. Looking for a centering feed, and that one is off of Valdiviev, so bounces in front of him, and he's able to hold on to it.
Yeah, a couple quick saves already in this game. We've got DBU with shots 3-0 so far for Texas Tech. So obviously Dylan, who was the starter for DBU in their first matchup, didn't end up getting the start in that second game. He does get the start now in this first game here.
Yeah,
so,
from what we heard is that Dylan will be starting in this one, and then Pono Madrigal will get another chance to get back out there tomorrow night. So interesting to see how that goalie battle goes. 2 solid goaltenders, but Dylan really stood out last game that he played. As getting hit there, getting knocked down, that was Vallis Owen, gets back up. Now Bradley with the puck, clears out to the neutral zone. Fresh sheet of ice, the linesman blows off ice in there, won't reach the red line. Now back behind his own net to retrieve it. Now Bradley has it. Bradley gets hooked and then gets taken down, and Texas Tech will be called for a penalty here. So DBU, just 3 minutes into this game, will be going on the power play.
Yeah, this is perfect. I mean, you're already up 3-0 in shots, and then you get the power play. If you can cash in on this, the game is swinging heavily in your favor, and then you just have to hold it.
Yeah, so our first power play unit out there. Fernandez wins that puck. Now McKenzie has it. Zonana sauces over to McKenzie, who touches it to Gorman. McKenzie has it along the near point. Fernandez behind the goal, looking for someone in front of the net. Fernandez now moves all the way to the far boards. Sauces over to McKenzie, bounces over his blade. He recovers it. Now McKenzie getting pestered. He's able to work it down low to Fernandez. He now moves it to Gorman as Fernandez takes a little bit of a shove there. Gets back up, and Birdsong is able to move it to the neutral zone. McKenzie back to retrieve.
Yeah, we're seeing some increased pressure, a lot of chances, but not really any.
That one's turned over. Good save there by Haynes.
An unfortunate turnover there in the defensive zone, but as I was saying there, we didn't get any shots yet, so they were getting good possession with the puck, but weren't getting it to the net.
Yeah, a little over a minute to go on this power play, a minute 08 to be exact. The top line is still out there. Gorman looks to get something started here along the near boards in his own zone. Slows down with the puck. Second power play unit starting to work out there. Fernandez touches it down low. And I guess he wasn't able to get a stick on that, so that will be power play icing back to DBU zone.
It's kind of shocking. Tech has actually been able to generate more opportunities on this penalty kill than they have the entire game. This is not exactly what you want, DBU.
And with that one really good opportunity with Tech,
off.
I mean, we could basically say that Tech has been able to generate a better opportunity than DBU so far.
Yeah, puck was loose in front. Birdsong had it. It was just him and Haynes, but Haynes was alert.
Yeah, not what you want to see out of this power play.
Yeah, another shot fired. That one goes high over the glove of Haynes. Good stick there by Fernandez. Wins the puck back to his possession. Now looking to skate up ahead. Gorman has it. Some of those top guys are still out there due to the icing. Now they finally are able to go off and change.
Yep, and now with these top guys coming off, it's going to be line 2, which is the line that we did see score in our last matchup.
Yeah, Ross has it along the near point. Ross fires it. That one is blocked in traffic. to the corner. Ross has it again. Ross works around a defender. Ross has it on the face-off dot, trying to shovel back in towards Valdivieso. That one's blocked off, spins out of a check there. Ross with the puck. Ross looking for Vasey. It's loose in front. Ross has it, fires, kick saved by Valdivieso. Fernandez has it. DBU pressure on, back to even strength. And that one is covered up for a whistle, and that'll do it for the first power play for the DBU Patriots.
Yeah, that's a good cover by goalie there, but the second power play line definitely did get a whole lot more chances than the first power play. As we were talking, maybe that first power play just hasn't quite connected yet, but I'll say watch out, because when they do, they've got some really great shooters, really great snipers on that top line, so when they connect, they can be deadly.
Yeah, they had some good chances there. A little bit of scrambling. Sometimes that works in the favor of the offensive team as Sorelli fires it, diving, going down to block that one. Good block by Peter Longcar, captain for Tech. Now Sorelli has it. Sorelli moves it across off the stick of Ross. And now Tech clears it to neutral
Yeah, that
zone.
was a good chance and a good play in front there by Spencer Hilliard. It was a good chip, just barely got off the shoulder there of their goalie, and he was able to keep it out.
Yeah, now Longcar has the puck. Skating into his zone, drops it off for his teammate, moves it across, looking to hit Kramer on that, unable to get it in his reach. Now Ross works it, and that one goes out of play behind the DBU goal.
One of the things that's going to help Tech is Valdivieso has faced not any really extreme slot shots, so he's working himself into this game with mainly low quality sort of scrums that he's able to get warm off of.
Yeah, good. Tech able to win that face-off. Now Bradley has it, gets the stick lifted so he's not able to spring a breakout pass. Bradley works it down low. Ross has it, spins out of a check. Ross with the puck on his stick. Now Bradley has it again. Now he's able to clear it. Gressel moves it to Valiso, and that shot goes high. Bradley looking to center it for Gressel. Now Birdsong with the puck.
Oh man, a beautiful play there. Wish it would have connected from Luke Bradley over to Valos, and then over to Gressel, and then over to Valos for the shot, but just too high.
And a puck behind the goal, looking for a centering feed. Gressel unable to get a stick on that. Puck was loose for a second. Now pinching is Volkanczyk, moves it back to Owen. Gressel has it in the corner. Gressel moves it to Volkanczyk, and that puck bounces over a stick, and DBU's forced to touch up, and that allows Tech to get a fresh change out there. Now Volkanczyk has the puck, looking to skate in himself. Goes 1-on-4, gets around a couple of defenders in the corner, elects to work it low. Bradley trying to throw a little hit there, looking for a centering feed, nobody home. And now McKenzie goes back to retrieve about 180 feet away from the net that they're trying to go to. Now McKenzie, a good move there, evades one defender. McKenzie going through the esophagus of the ice. McKenzie fires that one, and Valdivieso makes the save. The DBU.
That's the slot shot we're talking about.
A great effort there by McKenzie.
Get in the center, almost beats him 5-hole. He opens up for just a second, but he closes it up before it can actually find its way in.
And McKenzie has great speed and great hands, and fully displayed that there. It was the only thing was missing was cashing in. As a good play there by Sally's able to keep in the DBU zone. And now Vigorous rims it around. Now Tech with control, looking to exit their zone. Skating 3-on-5. That one's just out of the reach of Neal. Volkanczyk goes back to retrieve, and that one will be icing, so this will go back all the way to the Texas Tech zone. DBU with a chance to try and cash in on the first goal this game.
The more opportunities, the better. I mean, icings consistently is definitely what DBU wants here. Consistent zone faceoffs and, I mean, consistent chances to get through the goalie.
Yeah, now McKenzie trying to win that faceoff, eventually works it back.
Yeah, there was a point last game, it wasn't an icing, but it was an offensive zone chance where they got to win it back to the defenseman on the power play, and a quick shot from Dawson Blue.
McKenzie, great feed to Zonana. Zonana trying to split defenders. Zonana fires a shot. That one's kicked away by Valdivieso. Patriots have to touch up as that one just clears the blue line.
Yeah, Zonana picking up right where he left off from that hat-trick game, and he's already generating chances early in this one. I'll be looking for the birthday boy to score a goal here tonight.
Yeah, if there's anyone for DBU that'll get goals, Zonana makes a hit there. It'd be Jesse Zonana as he gets taken down, diving, trying to move the puck ahead, unable to do so. But Gorman back to retrieve in the neutral zone. Likes to dump it in. That one is knocked out of midair by a Tech player. And Gorman trying to work around 2 defenders, is able to get it. Now Blue has the puck. Blue unable to split the red wall that was in front of him. That one's still held in. Wilhelm gets shoved, and now that Tech is able to clear. There's a couple of shoves getting thrown, both to Wilhelm and Vasey. Refs letting a little physicality play on this one. DBU touches low. On the forecheck is Blue. Blue tries to work it down to the corner. Now Gorman holds on the corner. Good play there. Blue likes to shovel it down low. Now Tech with the puck. Birdsong trying to clear the zone. Now Johnson has the puck, defenseman from Frisco, Texas. Unable to look for a feed there. So DBU really keeping everything on the Texas Tech end of the ice. Blue has it. Not much pressure down in the DBU zone, and I think UNC might have scored an overtime winner. They're on the other rink against SMU behind us, so all their
little
fans are
background
going crazy.
noise there. You can hear some fans up here in the booth.
Yeah, we love our neighbors here in Valley Ranch, UNC, but
Well,
part of the
that's
reason
we're
why
playing
we're
against
playing
them.
at 11 p.m. on this rink.
Oh, yeah.
So. But all's good. We have another situation like this later that we get the priority for the other rink, so it's not the end of the world. Just some late night hockey, and I know these hockey guys at school, they're up till 2 to 3 in the morning anyway,
yeah.
so
Oh yeah,
I'm sure they don't mind.
It's tough to fall asleep after a hockey game because you're kind of wired with that energy and with still some of that adrenaline from the game. I normally, when I went out and played with the guys, I didn't get to sleep until probably 2 hours after the game actually ended, about an hour after I actually got home.
Yeah, so DBU so far averaging about a shot per minute in this one. They're at 10 shots, about 9.5 minutes into this game. Looking still to break the seal of Valdivieso. So they struggled in the first game against Nebraska last week in scoring. In the second game, the goals came in plenty. So maybe see if they can find a way to break through as the fourth line is out there. Ross has the puck. Ross with it, looking for a shooting lane, fires, it's loose in front. Still not covered, it's poked at, and now it's covered by Valdivieso.
And a good save, but a great shot from Marley Ross from the point there. He saw the screen, he didn't make eye contact with the goalie, he saw the goalie couldn't see the puck. He made a great shot, and it almost paid off for him.
You know, that was just a good positioning save there. Plenty of traffic, and Marley Ross was able to fire the shot through that traffic. And it was loose for a second, but no DBU player was unable to get slick on that, as Hilliard is unable to win that face-off. And now Ross, that shot's fired and goes off iron. Texas Tech almost breaking the scoring now. Garibovic has it. Garibovic with the puck, fires, that one's blocker down, it's loose in front, swept up by a Red Raider.
Yeah, maybe firing a few jabs there. Texas Tech and DBU going back and forth with two chances.
Yeah, now Hilliard has it. Looks to spring some action the other way. Just likes to bank out to the neutral zone.
And this line's just going to work to get a change here.
Yeah, get a change on that one. Get some fresh bodies. Is Ross all the way back in his zone. Moves it to his partner. And now Texas Tech trying to get a shot away. That one is worked down low. Ross with the puck. Unable to get around defender. Turns it over. Tech has it behind the goal line. A good stick there by Caleb George.
Yeah, notably the first start for Caleb George. He was not in either of the games against Nebraska, and he does get his first collegiate hockey debut here tonight.
Yeah, so how about that? You get late night, and
yeah,
not many people here for this one, but still getting to get a start, so that's what you should care for as a
late
player.
night practice rink, so the ice is a little bit more chippy, more weird bounces for him, but
Yeah, I should be in pretty good condition because before this there was curdling going on. So I'm sure that didn't really mess up the ice. As that's now Gressel. Gressel takes a slash, and DB will be going back on the power play here for the second opportunity. So Patriots, second power play unit really got a lot of pressure, so it'll be interesting to see if they're the unit that starts or if the top unit starts this power play.
Yeah, that caught him right in the mask. You could hear it smack his bubble. Arm goes up. Second power play opportunity here for DBU, and you know they want to cash in on this one real bad.
Yeah, we're up here behind glass, so we can't hear any of those sounds, but it looked like a very clear slash. So now DBU on the power play. Second unit is out there to start. Now Ross fires it, slap, deflected. It's loose in front. Wilhelm moves it to Ross. Ross gets around defender, makes the man fall. Now Wilhelm looking to hit Blue. Bradley has it. Bradley moves it to Blue along far boards. Blue fans on pass there, takes a hit, gets knocked down there. Now Tech able to clear it out to neutral zone, forcing DBU to touch up. 30 seconds gone by in this power play. Now Gressel has the puck. Gressel moves it to Wilhelm. Wilhelm down to Blue. Blue to Gressel behind the goal. Back to Wilhelm. Wilhelm spins out of a hit. Moves it to Blue. Blue has it, looking for a slot shot. Ross to Bradley. Bradley looking for a play. Slows up. It's loose. It's swiped at. Valdivieso able to get a chest on that. And now Texas Tech able to clear it. And DBU gets his top power play unit out there.
Maybe a little
under
bit
a
of
minute
rust
to go.
on there for you, Jared.
Yeah,
calling them Nebraska. I mean, they're red. Nebraska's red. We just had 2 games against Nebraska. Easily confused, but this is Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. McKenzie now trying to dangle, turns it over. Knocked down by Gorman, but it's just in the neutral zone. So DBU again having to touch up. 30 seconds to go here on this power play. McKenzie has the puck down in his own zone. Looking to get some steam going downhill. Now Zonana with the puck. Zonana fires it, and that one is swallowed up by Valdivieso. 17 seconds to go on this power play. And that was the 17th shot for DBU already in this game.
Yeah, DBU with 17 shots, and looks like the Raiders with 2.
Yeah, so DBU, we've seen it so far in the play. It's been pretty much all on our left end down in the Texas Tech defensive zone, but DBU still unable to cash in. Valdivieso standing his ground, standing tall so far. Similar to what the story was in last Friday's game against Nebraska that we played in. Just a lot of shots just couldn't find the back of the net. Now Zonana saucers it over to Fernandez.
Which really does start to beg the question, is it the goalie playing out of his mind, or is DBU really just not getting that great of shot chances?
Yeah, it's back to even strength now. Fernandez cross ice to Johnson. Johnson rips it. Good block there going down. Now Birdsong is able to tap it. Good touch on that one. That'll slow down before he gets to the red line. Tech is able to get fresh bodies out there, and DBU now 0 for 2 as 18s collide, both in the neutral zone. Fernandez takes a tumble. Now Zonana slows down with the puck. Zonana to Fernandez, 1-on-4, has a stick knocked out of his hand. And now there's a little shoving going on here. The 18s don't like each other in this one. Now Haynes comes out of his crease to make the save and knock it down for Johnson. Johnson tied up a good spin there. Unable to leave the zone. Now Johnson has the puck. Now works it to the neutral zone.
Well, something you might have noticed in the end of this game when Haynes had his helmet off. Last time he started, he was repping the flow, had some long hair. This time, buzzed it and bleached it.
Buzz. See if that can.
Bleach blonde hair, and it's buzzed. So
now Johnson taken down there, no penalty. He got tackled there, maybe a little football play. But refs say play on. Now Garibovic has the puck. Garibovic looking to find Kinsella. It's loose. Kinsella kicked away by Valdivieso, and the referee takes a tumble behind the net. But a golden opportunity for Christian Kinsella's first goal. Whoa. Turned away by Valdivieso's
was looking
leg.
like it was going to shape up into a perfect opportunity. The goalie was able to just kick his pad out and make that save.
Yeah, great save there. That was one that Valdivieso just robbed DBU of a goal. So it goes back to that question like you were saying, is it the goalie or is it the shooters? And that one was the goalie. Now Sorelli chips it down low. DBU looking to forecheck and maybe get a gritty fourth line goal out there. Players collide. Garibovic gets bumped off the puck.
Yeah, DBU's got to be careful on that one. They had all 3 forwards behind the red line. Could have turned into a odd man rush for Texas Tech very quick.
Ross has it. Unable to hold it. DBU unable to clear the zone. Good offensive play there by Kinsella to shut down that lane. A little poke attempt unsuccessful there by Ross. Now Kramer has the puck, moves it low. DBU looking to rim it along their board just to get out of the zone, as that's a good touch by Garibovic, and that fourth line is able to change off. But Garibovic is still out there on the forecheck. And now Longcar has the puck, looking to spring Birdsong out of his reach. And no icing on that. Puck was, no one got sick on that. But may work in DBU's favor as Gressel has a puck, gets bumped off of it.
Looks like that call will be called no icing because the DBU defender there was able to reach the puck. He just didn't make an attempt to. Yeah. So that one will just be waved off.
Yeah, Birdsong gets bumped down. A heavy hit there by Ross. Not letting him get by him without taking a hit. Now DBU looking to get the other way, keep the pressure on. Birdsong fires it, and that was sicked away out of play by Dylan. A good rebound control there.
Good stick save, and you mentioned that rebound control. That's something we were lacking a little bit last game. It's nice to have that sturdy this game. With Polo and Nielsen starting in net, they're both solid goalies, but a little bit in their lacking area is being able to get that rebound control, get that puck over to the corners. Something Dylan did a very great job with that one there.
So Haynes so far looking to earn that goalie number 1 spot for DBU after Jaden Mammon departed for pilot school, and looking to fill that void, which was the strength of that team, is now Owen has it. Owen drops it to Gressel. Gressel looking to feed backdoor to Bradley, unable to connect there. That shot's fired. It's loose in front. Good hold there by Volkanczyk, and then Tech able to clear it out. Almost looking for a backdoor feed by the Lukes. Gressel to Bradley, but just unable to connect. Now Volkanczyk has the puck. Defenseman for DBU, freshman. Volkanczyk looking to center it. Now Owen Sally held in by Valis Owen and scooped into the trapper by Valdivieso.
We had a play there from the Lukes, Gressel over to Bradley, and then we had the play there from the Owens. Sally over to Valos.
Valis Owen and Owen Sally. So if you hear me say Owen, then that's Valis Owen. If you hear me say Sally, then that's Owen Sally. Just to make that clear for people.
It's a little bit confusing, especially when all 4 of them are on the ice at the same time. You've got Luke, Owen, and Owen.
Luke, Owen, and Owen. What a goal that would be if they were all able to assist. You know, only 3 players would get points on that. And that quick shot off the faceoff is covered by Valdivieso. So we do the faceoff. 3:37 to go in this period. DBU out shooting Tech by 17 shots, 22-5. And honestly, David, we have a pretty good turnout for how late this game is. Granted, we don't have stands in this ring, so everyone is forced to stand. But the boards are pretty packed. And I can't quite see below us, but there could be a lot more people also down there. Now Longcar has the puck, able to get to the neutral zone. Looking to go in with speed is Kramer. Kramer trying to split defenders. Kramer, kick save by Haynes. Takes a tumble, held in there on the line by Longcar. Longcar works it down low. Kramer has it. Gets hit by Sally. Tech still controlling it. Now Sally has the puck at his feet. Taken away by Texas Tech. Looking for a shot, looking for a passing lane, that is. They like to work it down low. Nobody there, so that gives Sally a chance to clear it off the stick of a Red Raider, so that one will not be icing, and that allows some tired Patriots to go out there for a change. So 2:40 to go. Tech looking to go 200 feet the other way, see if they can find a late goal, and that one is out of the reach. Ian Johnson maybe lapsed there momentarily, not realizing that he had to get to the puck, but he gets to it, and that will be icing, so we'll go the other way. Top line out there. Top line sent out by Coach Hilliard, looking to see if they can maybe break the seal and get DBU the first
capitalize
goal.
on this icing play here as Texas Tech will leave some guys out there that are a little bit gassed.
And so far, not quite sure who will interview at the intermission. Any ideas, David?
Well, I mean, so far we've got no goals up on the board, but Christian Kinsella might be a good one since he had probably the best chance of anybody on DBU. That cross-ice pass over to him off the backhand, but a good save over there by Valdivieso? Valdivieso. Sorry, yes. I've been avoiding saying his name. It's a long last name, kind of hard to pronounce. I hadn't gone through that yet.
That was the first last name that I had to pronounce in my broadcasting debut, but once I get the hang of it, it's one of those names that you just like to say.
Valdivieso, okay. Another strong contender could be the goalie for DBU, Dylan Haynes, since he is.
As Zonano fires and that one goes off the outside of the cage.
Hasn't really been tested so far, so.
Yeah, we saw Zonano score a sharp angle goal last game out. Looking to do it again, but that one goes off the cage. Now Birdsong has it, rips it wide. Now Fernandez picking up speed, picks up the puck on his way. Fernandez gets around defender. Fernandez has it, looking for Zonana, just out of his reach, unable to get on goal. Now pinching to keep it in is Gorman momentarily. Now Tech able to clear it. Gorman, that one just clears the line. I think that one bounced over by his maybe a little bit of white there.
I don't know if that was quite offsides. I mean, maybe I didn't have the right angle. Maybe the ref had a better angle than me, but it was definitely a close one.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Kinsella, should no one score, we'll probably interview him at the intermission. That'll be Xander Pace, our ringside reporter. Feeling a lot better. He was under the weather last time out, so we weren't able to have ringside reporting. But he's here this time. All good. So, Xander, we're glad you're here. Now DBU has it. Players go down. A shove there. That'll be a penalty. I believe that was Alam Garibovic. So Garibovic will be going to the penalty box. There. A little bit of a rough play. So now Texas Tech. There we go. Now we got the crowd mic back up. Texas Tech will be going on their first power play. Or actually, 2 players will be going each side. So that'll be Kramer and Garibovic, each getting 2 minutes for roughing there. So we get some 4-on-4 action.
Yeah, and unfortunately with this setup that we've got here over on the practice rink, we had to kind of assemble this last minute. We had a couple of technical difficulties. We're not able to hear our announcer Gideon tonight, and that's really unfortunate. Something we're missing in this game. We will have that back on tomorrow night, but unfortunately
we'll back in the main rink
tonight with the late night, with the changing of the rinks, with all the technical difficulties that went on. Honestly, it's not the worst thing that could have happened. It's just a bummer.
Yeah, now 4-on-4. Now 4-on-4 here. That one is saved by Kramer. Zonana has the puck. Zonana moves it to Gorman. Gorman back to Zonana. Zonana has an edge. Looks to go in the middle. It's loose in front. And now Tech a chance to spring with numbers if they can get it off their stick. DBU able to recover. Now Gorman has the puck. Looks to bank it. Nobody home. So I'll give Tech a chance to retrieve the puck. Now that one's moved up ahead to Kramer. Kramer trying to get around Gorman, is able to do so. Looking to get off his backhand, that one is scored. Keegan Kramer opens the scoring. Tech with the 4-on-4 goal, 36 seconds to go, lead 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little unfortunate. Texas Tech with only 7 shots, DBU with 25, but we do finally see a goal go in this first period. It is for Texas Tech.
Yeah, it's
that one gets by Dylan Haynes.
36 seconds to go. It's one that you really wish you could not give up and just go into the locker room even, but DBU having to start the uphill climb, and that was the first goal that we've seen Texas Tech score against DBU because they got shut out 8-0 and 6-0 last year. But again, that was a very different looking DBU team. So many of those players are gone, and it's a lot younger of a team. It's now Kramer has the puck. Again, fires it. Haynes might have gotten a piece of that out to the neutral zone. Forced to retrieve there. And Texas Tech switching up some of their numbers from what was on their online roster, so quite a few of the guys have different jersey numbers than what was posted. So
makes it a little
we're
hard
calling
to
them Red Raiders and Tech players tonight.
Yeah. I mean, we try to do our best when you give us what you can. We try and say your name on the broadcast, but if you don't give us the correct numbers, it's not going to happen.
There's only so much we can do. Is McKenzie trying to feed us rally there. That one goes off the cage. And that will do it for the first period of play. DBU trails 1-0 after outshooting Texas Tech 25-7. And we'll have Christian Kinsella with an interview coming up.
Yeah, so with one period behind us, 20 minutes behind us, what are we thinking so far?
I mean, DBU, they've had a lot of pressure. Again, it's just not able to cash in. Maybe see if you can get some more bodies in front of the net, see if you can get some more traffic, just something to try and make it challenging for Valdivieso.
It looks like we do have Christian Kinsella ready to go if we can just get the camera switched over to him. There we go. Xander, you're live. Go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you. Christian, you probably had one of the better chances in the game. Unfortunately, they do score right at the very end. How are you feeling going into the second period?
Yeah, I think we came out a little bit flat-footed, just kind of playing down to the level. Went in a little too overconfidently, and right now we're down 1-0 and got a little bit of a questioning to go through in the locker room. Hopefully, come back out in the second period ready to go.
Perfect. How are you feeling about your performance tonight so far?
I think I've had like 3 shifts. You know, just kind of going through the motions. Not too much involvement with the puck, but that chance over there, dude, their goalie's pretty good, so we just got to put pucks on net. I just got to keep playing my game.
Perfect. Thank you, Christian.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Christian Kinsella, freshman from Tampa Bay. Great interview. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Some nice insight from one of the players on the bench there. Yeah, I mean, I think he stated it perfectly. I think they came out a little flat-footed, maybe playing down to Tech's level. Not necessarily the shots on goal portion. I mean, 25 to 7 shots is a good period, at least by the looks of it. But really, if we talk about the shot chances and the actual shot quality that we saw in that period, it wasn't great.
no, there were a lot of low danger chances, and then whenever the puck was loose in front of the goal, they just didn't have anyone there to try and get the rebound and cash it in. So maybe that's an adjustment that we see DBU make is try and get more people crashing the net instead of skating around the perimeter looking for passing options. Just fire it at the net, crash it, see if you can get a gritty fourth line goal here.
Yeah, as we take it away over to intermission, we will see you guys in the next period. Make sure to stay tuned because we will have some interviews coming up in the intermission breaks.
We should have the birthday boy Jesse
Yes.
Zananda here in his first intermission, and then Mikey Fernandez in the second intermission.
Yeah, DBU eerily quiet as we take you to the break.
All right, Patriot fans, I'm here with freshman Jesse Zanana. First off, Jesse, happy birthday.
Oh,
no
thank
better
you.
treat than to play a hockey game on your birthday. So all the fans are wishing you happy birthday. Your family's wishing you happy birthday. So good luck tonight with that. And last weekend, your first collegiate games with DBU and scoring a hat trick in the most recent game. Just walk us through what that was like for you.
Definitely wasn't a solo effort. When you play with great line mates, good things happen. Logan and Mike, you're great line mates to have, and I'm happy to be playing with them, and I'm looking forward to building more chemistry with them throughout the season.
Yeah, how do you look to continue the level at which you played through the season?
I think that just comes with hard work, like through ups and downs, no matter the circumstance. I definitely think, mistakes will happen, but just knowing how to work through those mistakes and just working hard the whole time, I definitely think that'll show good leadership just by leading by example.
Yeah, speaking of leadership, you're a freshman on the top line. What leadership role comes with that?
I don't think being a leader has as much to do with being a freshman as it does just following Christ. No matter what, if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, I just think if you follow Christ, I think leadership is something that will come down the road.
Yeah, and as a freshman, coach trusted you to be on the first line and be starting to your time at DBU as a top forward. Mm-hmm. What does that look like for you?
It's definitely a lot of pressure, but I definitely.
All right, Patriot fans, I'm here with sophomore Mikey Fernandez. And Mikey, last season you were on the third line. This season to start the year, you jumped all the way to the top line. How much confidence does that give you as a player?
Seeing the guys from the first line last year, seeing how they play, just them being a good model to how I want to play, gave me a good confidence, especially with Logan. Great player as a returner last year. Just seeing him, just following him, what he does.
Yeah, and last weekend, really last game, you recorded 5 points. That's a great way to start the season. How do you look to carry that scoring over from last weekend to this weekend?
I don't look at it as the points. We play together as a team always. But I wouldn't do what I do without my lineys. So I think that's a big role.
Speaking of your line mates, it's a new line combination that started this year. What's that chemistry been like between you, Jesse, and Logan?
It's been pretty solid. First couple practices, meshing together. Everyone's new. These last 2 weeks have been great. Passing's been there. Communication's been top-notch so far, so we'll keep that going.
Last weekend, not really an ideal way to start the season. How does the team look to bounce back this weekend and get the first win?
I say just go day by day. Every day's a new day. Forget what happened. I know we're a solid team. We got to prove it to everyone else, and we'll go from there.
All right, thank you, Mike, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
We're back. Second period of action. DBU trailing by 1-0 against Texas Tech here in this one. Still 40 minutes to go. Got a lot of shots, but they're going to have to find a way to get the back of the net.
Yeah, remember, if anybody missed it, we saw that late goal in the first period just to put Texas Tech up 1-0 going into the intermission.
Yeah, it was a great effort there by Kramer. And we got the scoreboard back up, so sorry we didn't have that first period, but we got it going now. It's 31 seconds of 4-on-4 to start the period. And that puck is won by Texas Tech, but moved to Gorman. Now McKenzie has it, chance to skate 1-on-3. McKenzie goes wide, gets bumped down, gets right back up, goes on the forecheck, works it low. Longcar has the puck. Gorman able to keep it in. Two sweaters battle for the puck along the boards. Zonana unable to win that there. Now third red sweater gets in there and it's still tied up, and now Tech able to finally win the puck back. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Both players out of the penalty box. Now going back to retrieve is Johnson, looking to pick up speed and get a rush going. We've seen that he likes to skate up with the puck. And two players go tumble there. Johnson and Hames both go down there. McKenzie moves it to the neutral zone. Gorman intercepts that pass. Off the stick of Zonana. Zonana with speed going in on the forecheck. Longcar with the puck. It's knocked off by Zonana. Fernandez picks it up. A good poke there by Longcar, able to move it to number 21 from Tech. And he moves it to the neutral zone. Ross has it. That was out of the reach of Connor Neal, looking to extend his stick. Just not long enough there. Now McKenzie with it. Touching up is Fernandez. McKenzie has it, rips it off iron. Off the elbow of the post there. McKenzie almost tied this one up.
I mean, that iron's just gotta have a magnet on it or something. That's like the second or third time that specific post has been hit this game.
Yeah, same one Texas Tech hit
in
that first period, and now returning the favor to Logan McKenzie. That was a beautiful play and a beautiful shot. Beat the goalie finally, but that 6x4 iron frame still keeps this one scoreless for DBU. And not sure if there's a penalty there. We can't see the penalty boxes from where we're at right here, but it's blown down and going all the way back to the DBU zone.
Yeah, looks like they're going to haul off Martin Sorelli. We'll wait on the call here.
Yeah, so Sorelli going to the box. Not quite sure what the call is there, but either way, Texas Tech, I believe this is their first power play of the game. Discipline, a bit of an issue in the last one for DBU that forced this one to kind of collapse on that, forced that one to collapse on them. Penalties gave momentum. So DBU looking to kill this one off. Tech on the power play. Tries to move it around the boards. Gorman for a switch for Dallas Baptist and clears it down the length of the ice. And out of the net to play is Valdivievso. Moved up, Vasey has it. Going the other way. Able to chip it high and back all the way down. Knocked down. 30 seconds gone by on this power play so far. No chances for Tech. Really not able to get anything set up. Good play there by Vasey, able to slow down the momentum of a Raider. That was Kramer who got slowed down by Vasey there. Now Kramer moves it right below us. Looking for a cross-ice feed, unable to connect. Now Tech with the puck. Works it low. Ross has it behind his net. Ross looking for a clearing attempt. Gets it over the stick. That one hops over number 25, and he has to go all the way back to retrieve it. Halfway through this power play, Tech still without a shot. DBU doing a good job of not letting Texas Tech get in their own zone, get set up. Now Johnson has it looking to kill a few seconds. Fires that one on Valdiviev, so he sicks that one away. Now 50 seconds to go, Tech finally looking to spring action the other way. Skating with the puck there is Perkins. Perkins slows off. Gets slowed down there by Luke Bradley. Luke Bradley pestering Perkins. That one-timer fanned on, goes over the net. Ross side up, gives a little shove. And now shot, fanned on. Good move there. Fires it. Haynes able to get a piece of that. And that'll be another penalty on DBU. So Tech going now for a 5-on-3, I believe. Luke Bradley gets knocked down there.
Might have been a little bit of
It'll actually be a 4-on-4. That'll be on number 16, Keegan
there.
Kramer. 2 minutes for elbowing is the call. So 24 seconds of 4-on-4, and then DBU will have about a minute 36 on the power play, looking to try and draw this even. Good play there by Bradley trying to draw a penalty. I believe he was one that might have drawn it, or it might have been Vallis Owen. One of the two. But either way, that negates the rest of this Tech power play, and DBU goes 1 for 1 on the penalty kill after struggling very heavily against Nebraska on that Saturday game. An interesting note, 4-on-4 is where we saw Nebraska or Texas Tech score their first goal of this game. So
you're having a little bit of trouble there with Texas Tech and Nebraska.
The red jerseys.
The colors being so close, the games being so close together.
Maybe they're the Texas
late
Tech
night
Blue
game
Raiders.
Here.
11 p.m. puck drop is, we're just about into Saturday now, 8 minutes to go until midnight. We're still early in the second period, still in the first half of this game. Now McKenzie has the puck. McKenzie looking for options. Likes to hold in a wraparound chance kicked away by Valdiviev. So McKenzie trying to catch him off surprise there. Unable to cash in 5-hole. And now DBU's on the power play for 1:36 to go. Zonana has the puck, looking to draw an equalizer here on the power play. Special teams very big in last game for DBU. Zonana has the puck, 1-on-4, works behind the net. Zonana has the puck still along the far point, drops off to Gorman. Gorman to Vasey, that one unable, it gets chipped wide. Vasey has the puck in the near corner, moves it low. DBU cycling here on the power play, drop for Zonana. Zonana fires it, cross ice, unable to connect with Gorman. Now a chance with numbers the other way for Tech, but they elect just to clear the puck and get fresh changes out there.
Yeah, maybe kill some time off of that penalty there, as DBU was really cranking up the heat and getting some really good chances on that power play, almost to connect straight over to Colin Gorman.
And McKenzie looking for Wilhelm. Wilhelm fires that one wide. And Ross has it on the blue line. Works it deep, nobody there. So Tech able to get the puck, trying to bank it, and that one evades Zonana and cleared. 30 seconds to go here on third DBU power play for the game. Now Ross has the puck. Ross getting pestered there by number 18 from Tech. And now Red Raiders control the puck. Kicked down by Ross. Able to prevent that one from being fully cleared. Now Blue has it. Moves it to Bradley. DBU, second power play unit out there for DBU. Struggling to really get set up. Now Bradley has a puck with it behind the goal. Bradley still holding it. Moves it to Ross at the top. Moves it back to Bradley. Bradley looking for a centering feed, unable to connect for Blue.
Yeah,
that shot and goes
strength.
wide. We're back to now even strength.
And
Out of the box
immediately
with speed,
hits.
Kramer. Hustling back Ross. Kramer has it. Kramer gets the angle cut off by Ross. Good defensive play, and that shot off the outside of the cage. Now Blue has the puck. Kramer coming out of the box with a full head of steam. But good defensive play by Marley Ross to
and
cut
that'll
off
be
that
an
angle.
icing. And we'll take this lull in time to go over rinkside to Xander. Xander, what did you see on that power play?
Not a whole lot on that power play, but I mean, it was a short power play. The worrying part was right after they almost sprung Texas Tech for a breakaway. It was a beautiful defensive play by Marley Ross. Keep this game just at 1. And I mean, DBU is in this game. They are so close. They just need to find 1.
Yeah, 1 is all you need to get right. All you got to do is get 1 and you're right back in it. But
yeah, we've seen how 1 goal can completely sway the momentum of a game, especially 2 weeks ago, last game against Nebraska, where just 1 goal, and it just felt like a whole pile of goals came right after.
Garivovich tied up with Vigorous, both of them fighting for it. Now Johnson has it, rips it. That one is blocked in traffic. Taking the puck now.
Something I will note, Texas Tech has done a great job at blocking shots tonight. I mean, it's block shot after block shot. There have been a lot of shots that have gotten to the net, but something does need to be said for the amount of block shots that they've gotten tonight.
Yeah, and Tech, even though they've gained up a lot of shots, a lot of them have been really low danger chances. As that one is loose and scored. Rush chance for Texas Tech, and they make this one 2-0.
Yeah, as you can see that rush right there, 2-on-2. Ian Johnson takes the guy and leaves the pass open, so that puck is able to feed over, and just a really nice shot by Texas Tech to push the game to 2-0, beats him high glove.
And not a great defensive play by Ian Johnson. Now 2-on-2 rush. Whenever number 8 Colin Gorman has his man, you have to just take your other man that's on the rush, and instead of doing that, he decided to pinch both on the puck and left his man wide open, and that will do it for Dylan Haynes. And this one is now Pono Madrigal's in net for DBU. maybe try to look for a little bit of a spark, see if they can get momentum like it did against Nebraska. Now Garibovich has the puck, has it swept off of his blade. Now Garibovich showing a little bit of a shove there. With the puck is Longcar. Now Tekla can go the other way. Cleared down the length of the ice. And Gorman wins the puck battle, so that one will be icing.
One thing I do want to note here is Kyler Plant for Texas Tech left halfway through the first period clutching his wrist/lower forearm, and he did not come out for the second period, and he has still not come out. So he is, I'm not going to say likely done for the game, but he is probably done for the period as of right now.
Yeah, and for Tech, you already have a small enough team. You got 9 guys on the bench right now and 5 on the ice, so you really don't have your options. Maybe see if DBU can take advantage of that, wear him down, and maybe later in the game see if you can get more pressure on him, get tired bodies. As Zonana has the puck, that one is blocked. Top line out there trying to get a goal. Now Birdsong has the puck. Birdsong fires it on Madrigal. He sticks that one to the corner. Gorman goes back to retrieve it. Now Zonana has the puck. Has help in Fernandez, 2-on-2. Fernandez has help in also McKenzie. Zonana trying to one time, gets hit down there. Multiple players tumbling there, getting back up. Ross back to retrieving the neutral zone.
Yeah, that 2-on-2 we saw there with Texas Tech rushing up the puck. We saw Ian Johnson maybe correct his mistake on that last one. The first thing he did, he looked up and he looked for the pass. He took the guy that was open. Instead of 2 guys clinching in on one guy with the puck, leaving an open pass for an open shot, he did actually cover that open guy in the slot, so there was no pass opportunity. Learning from his mistakes there, it was a great job, great defensive play.
Yeah, so DBU after icing the puck, not quite on the same page. Ross was with the rest of his teammates. And top line, been out there for a little bit of a while now, trying to win this face-off and get back to the bench, get fresh bodies. That shot's fired, blocking traffic, kicks now. Knocking it down is Neal. Neal has it, looking for a centering feed off the outside of the cage. And the ref might have blown that one a little prematurely there.
An early whistle there, and Texas Tech is not going to be happy about that one. You can hear a collective yell over from their bench. They really thought they had an opportunity, and a quick whistle gives DBU the break that they might have needed in this period.
Yeah, it looked like Madrigal was going to try and cover that one, but then the puck got poked away, but that was after the referee blew that one dead. So maybe DBU catch a little bit of a break there. Tech wins the faceoff, fires, deflected in traffic. Madrigal gets enough of that. Good positioning there. Sorelli has the puck. That one's out to neutral zone. Swept now to Neal. Neal turns it over. Now Zonana with it for DBU. Zonana on the stick of Fernandez. Good passing there. Fernandez trying to feed McKenzie. Too many red sweaters in the way. That one's back in the neutral zone. Ross banks it to Zonana, who leaves it ahead for Fernandez. Good play there. Fernandez getting taken down. Moves the puck now to McKenzie, who has it behind the goal. McKenzie looking for a centering feed, unable to connect with anyone there. Zonana has it now. Moves it to the point. Fired, and that one might have gone off iron there. Or Valdivieso got a piece of that. And now Tech clears it. That one will be icing, so those tired red sweaters will have to stay out there. And DBU, a good chance now if they can win this faceoff to put pressure.
With already a short bench, as you mentioned earlier for Texas Tech, every little shift matters, and you can't have long shifts like this. Them icing it at the end of an already long shift gives DBU a prime opportunity as they get that line change in there and hope for a quick goal here.
And that second line back out there now, Wilhelm Blue and Vasey looking to try and get some momentum going with Volkanczyk and Sally at the point. Now Vasey fires that one goes wide off the faceoff. Vigorous has it. Good play there by Sally, keeps it in. A good stick lift as well.
And Texas Tech is able to clear, and they will get a line change here.
Yeah, now they finally like to get fresh bodies. 1-on-4, great effort there by the Red Raider, trying to just allow his teammates time to get change in and get on there on the forecheck. But that one bounces over the stick of number 21. Blue hustling, he'll win it, so no icing. Blue has it off his stick. It's ridden along the boards by Vigorous there. Now Blue has the puck. Vigorous loses his stick. Volkanczyk fires, deflected, and it's covered on the goal line.
Saved! Oh man, that puck was just bouncing and trickling. It got behind him, it beat the goalie, but he turns around and makes that signature Vasilevsky little windmill there to cover the puck up just before it gets past that goal line.
Yeah, that one off the shoulder of Valdivieso looked like it was destined to bounce in, and he pounced on it like a cat pounces on a ball of yarn or a red laser. But either way, this one stays out. So DBU still looking to try and break that force field that is Ryan Valdivielso in this one.
I think the analogies are stretching a little bit as we have just.
As Vasey has it, that one's kicked away.
We've just crossed that 12 o'clock mark. We are in the AM.
Yeah, it's officially no longer Zonana's birthday, so birthday goal, we'll have to wait another year, unfortunately. But still maybe looking for a win here. Now, good effort there by Volkanczyk.
And just a good cover up by Pone there.
Yeah, great back check by the Volkanczyk, not really allowing any rush opportunities like we saw in the second goal. And then Madrigal coming in, covering. He's looked solid so far coming into this game. Cold, but he's getting warmed up pretty quickly. Now face off to the glove side of Madrigal. Good effort there by Wilhelm to win it. No, it's Valus Owen, my apologies. Now Bradley has it. Bradley unable to get a pass there. Now 2-on-2 rush the other way. Owen gives a little bit of a shove there, and losing his stick is Kramer. Now Gorman has the puck. Gorman spins off, looking for a centering feed, and unable to connect there with Gressel. Gressel almost bidding for his first goal with DBU in his collegiate career. Now Johnson 1-on-2, able to hold the puck there along the board. 3 red sweaters to 2 white
Johnson
sweaters.
Down below the goal line as we see Valus Owen covering back for him on D.
Yeah, heavy hit there by Gorman.
Hit's a strong word. I think it was a stick that he tripped over there. It wasn't a hit.
Yeah. Either way.
Keeping you honest.
Yeah, keeping it honest. I'm sure Gorman would love to say that was a big hit in his eyes. Now Bradley has the puck, goes between his legs, works it low. Longcar has the puck now. That one's fired from a sharp angle and gloved by Valdivielso, and a little bit of frustration there by Gressel, slamming a stick on the board. Maybe frustration starting to creep into DBU here as they're over halfway into this game now, 31 shots, but still can't buy a goal.
A lot of time left to go in this game, and as we saw before in that last game, 2-goal lead, most dangerous lead in hockey.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, especially in the third period of last one as well, that once you can get goals, you can get them in quick succession. It's just a matter of getting that first one. Now, fourth line out there. Maybe see if they can get a bit of a gritty goal. Hilliard lines up to the glove side of Valdivielso.
Yeah, this goal with the great chance earlier in the game. Christian Kinsella, obviously, the interview during the intermission, is that's a nice shot save.
Yeah, Garibovic getting the puck there up close and trying to fire a quick shot, but the pads of Valdivielso keeps that one out.
Yeah, they'll look to keep up those high chances with this line here. Just like you said, just get a nice grinder goal.
Yeah, really that first line and the fourth line have looked great tonight. Those have been 2 lines that have generated the highest danger chances. Now Hilliard to Ross. Ross through traffic, takes a hit, but is able to get to Garibovic, looking for a centering feed. Now Garibovic has the puck, looks for Kinsella. Hilliard has the puck taken away from him. Now Birdsong looks to skate the other way for Tech. Birdsong has the puck, fires it. Madrigal knocks that one down. Ross with the puck now, trying to spring a rush here. Ross gets on one guy, leaves it for Hilliard, who tries to poke it up ahead. Now numbers out of the way for Tech, 3-on-2. Turn the puck over there. It was number 18 for Tech. Sorelli spins away from pressure there. Now Garibovic looking for a breakout. Hit there, thrown on Birdsong. Both players get back up. Sorelli takes a hit there. This game's starting to get a little physical now. Sorelli now skates the other way with speed, 3-on-3. Sorelli trying to get around defender, gets tied up. Now Kinsella looking for a centering feed. Garibovic has it in the corner. 2 red sweaters are there to meet him. Garibovic works through them, looking for a centering feed. That one bounces up and into the far corner now. Tech able to chip it up and into the neutral zone.
And yet again, we did see a good shift by that fourth line, really gritty, maybe an energy gaining shift there. Maybe will spark the rest of the team into shape here.
Garibovic trying to work around number 25. Both players tie up in the corner. Puck is there at their feet. Players kicking at it now, trying to win the puck battle. Still along the near boards. Being cheered on by the fans and their teammates to try and win the puck. Garibovic finally met by 3 red sweaters there, unable to get it. Tech trying to clear it, but Fernandez keeps it in. Fernandez tries to work around 3 defenders. Now Tech still unable to get out of their zone. A good stick there by Zonana as now McKenzie has it. Logan McKenzie tries to score, gets tripped. And that backhand chance by Fernandez is shut down. Top line out there for DBU. Pressure is on here.
And
McKenzie's
there's
spinning
no
away
ref
from
with his
pressure.
arm up, so there's no tripping call there. Looks like he
like it
was
might have been
attempting
friendly
to
fire.
attempting to play the puck at least.
Yeah, Fernandez, Zonana calling for it. Zonana takes a heavy hit there before the puck gets to him.
Maybe he got away with one there, as that looked to be a pretty clear interference call to me. Didn't have the puck, wasn't even close enough to the puck, and Jesse Zonana does get body checked.
A little bit of an
there.
early hit there before the puck got to him. But the refs letting him play on his Madrigal gets enough of that. That one goes out of play. 7 minutes exactly to go here in this period. DBU out shooting Tech 34-18, but still trailing this one 2-0.
Yeah, we'll take this time to head over rinkside to Xander. Xander, what are you seeing at this point in the game?
DBU is trying to solve the enigma that is Ryan Valdivieso. They have peppered him with all kinds of different shots, and you can see the frustrations heading in just a little bit.
Top line out there, the line that had most goals so far in the season as a whole line, looking to trying to spark the scoring in some sort of way. And I think at this point, it might not be a shot that beats Valdivieso. It might be one that you have to get greasy and squeak through him. Now Fernandez has it. Gets met by Longcar, or Vigorous, that is. Now Johnson with the puck. Rips the shot, blocked by Birdsong. Forced to touch up as DBU. That one off the body of Birdsong. And now turned over by Johnson. Was able to recover and knock the puck off of Kellenberger. Madrigal was able to cover that one for a whistle. Just a 19-shot for Tech, but still 2 goals. And for Pono Madrigal, the freshman coming in from California, he's done that. He's done all that you could have asked for him to come into this one. Just make some saves, slow this one down.
Yeah, not planning to just hop into a game. All of a sudden gets thrown in and it's 2-0 and the whole team's backing on you. You got to be the one that changes the energy, and I think he's done a great job so far.
Yeah, he looked a little antsy and nervous maybe in his debut against Nebraska. Now Blue has a chance, 2-on-1. Blue has help in Vasey. Blue rips a shot. That one goes off the skate of Valdivieso into the corner. Rush chance there for DBU. Now Johnson fires it. That one goes off the stick of Longcar. Blocked in traffic. Gorman has it. Spins away from pressure. Gorman rips it. That one's blocked by more bodies. Johnson, a diving effort. Great effort there. Allows Tech to clear it. And Pono goes out of his goal. Johnson's trying to throw a hit there. And Gorman has the puck. As we were saying, looking a lot more settled in this one than he did against Nebraska. Now Wilhelm has it. Gets through defenders. Wilhelm unable to get a shot away. Puck rolled a little bit off of his stick there at the end.
Wilhelm in his first game back from the injury that he got in their first game of the season, already starting to gain that energy back. He's looking pretty good with the stick handle move there. Almost really good opportunity for a goal.
Yeah, and he was able to split the defenders, but as soon as he did, it felt like that puck got a little boost and just went out of his reach. And easy cover for Valdivieso, who's been perfect, 36 for 36 on shots thrown his way. So DBU, see if they can get back within 1, at least going into intermission. See if you can make it a 1-goal game. Build confidence for your team here. They have a little over 5 minutes to do that. A third line out there. Gressel unable to win the puck. Tech back behind their own goal. Bradley is able to get it now. Worked along the near boards. Bradley throwing a little body there. Tech able to control the puck. Looking to exit their zone, and they're able to do so. Perfect touch, so no icing. Ross back to retrieve it. Ross slowing down, now looking to build speed. Ross turns it over there. And now Sorelli's able to move it to Bradley. Bradley has a rush chance now. Bradley has help in Gressel. Bradley fires it into the glove of Valdivieso. Trying to fire that one glove side, but
yeah, nice opportunity. I mean, that's always the question when you get in a scenario like that. Do you try and pass it across crease? Do you try and shoot it off the pad to get to the other guy? Or do you just try and rip it that top corner? That time he saw the top corner was open, just can't get it to connect.
Yeah, and the way that Tech defended that, they took away the pass, forcing Bradley to shoot that, and then Valdivieso just cut off that angle. Now, possible rush chance the other way, but good play by Ross forces Tech to slow down their momentum, and Sorelli now moves it to Owen, who touches it for Ross. Tech working it back low, looking for a forecheck here. They win the puck back, looking for a centering feed, good defensive stick. It's loose in the slot, slapped away, blocked by Vallis Owen. Puck was loose there for a second, but good defensive play by Owen. Now Gressel's able to bank up ahead to Bradley. Bradley, with speed, has a chance, slows down, works around one player, and gets blown dead. Not quite sure why that one was.
Looks like they're going to call one on
Valos
from behind the play while we were watching Luke. Looks like Valos might have committed a penalty back there.
Yeah, nice move there by Bradley.
Oh, yep. And as you can see on the stream there, Valos, a clear slash on number 18 for Texas Tech. Valos letting the emotions get to him in this 2-0 game and really just screwed up a really nice chance for Bradley. Might have turned into something, but unfortunately Valos takes a penalty.
That was a nice play by Bradley to get around one defender, but I guess we'll never know what would happen after that because Valos got called for slashing. So
yeah,
Texas Tech going on their second power play.
Captains will go over and talk with the refs, try and figure out the managed situation. I don't think most of the players on the ice saw what happened. We're lucky we've got a nice replay system, and we did catch on the replay, so we can go back and we showed you what happened there, where the penalty was. But I mean, obviously coaches not understanding. Some players on the bench weren't looking back there. They were just hoping Luke Bradley got in and got a nice chance for a goal.
Yeah, we saw clear as day on the broadcast that was a slash behind the play. Xander, are you starting to see some frustration shown by DBU down on the ice?
Yeah, I'm starting to see some frustration shown by the refs. They were yelling at Tech for whatever reason. I'm not exactly sure what that was. DBU, that's a bad penalty to take. I don't know why, but yeah, frustration is setting in. You can't score a goal. You have 37 shots at the end of the second. Yeah.
Tech now set on the power play. Shot blocked there by Blue. McKenzie grabs out in midair, turns the puck over, unable to clear it. Now a good play there. That one's now to the neutral zone. McKenzie with the heavy hit gets tied up, loses his stick in the process. Blue throwing a little bit of shove there. You start to see frustration being shown in the physical side, which if you're a coach, Jason Hilliard, that's what you want to see your guys. Take the frustration out in the physical, clean way instead of committing penalties. Maybe McKenzie trying to just lead the team by example, showing physicality and showing grit and effort.
Yeah,
see if he can rally his
I'd like
troops.
to think that's what they're talking about on the bench. It's what they should be talking about. Hey, you want to stick it to them legally. There's ways that you can blow these guys up. There's ways that you can really show them how you're feeling without getting yourself put in the box, so we can still have a good chance to win this game.
And that puck, good clear there by Gorman. About halfway through his Tech penalty, and so far, DBU penalty kill compared to last set against Nebraska, they've looked really good tonight, really not even giving Texas Tech any chances to get set up.
Yeah, the penalty kill's solid so far, but I mean, that's really not what you need. You need chances, you need opportunities. It's great that the penalty kill's doing well, but they're just not generating great offense at this point.
And Gorman throws a little shove there. Might have gotten away with the cross check. Now, two red sweaters meet Gorman in that corner. Birdsong fires, it's deflected. Madrigal's able to get there and then slides over to cover the rebound. Looking great so far coming into this game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a great play by Madrigal. He makes the first save and is able to go over and just cover it quickly instead of giving up a wide open rebound, because there was a Texas Tech player right there ready for that rebound for a one-timer goal. So it's a really nice job by him to cover the puck there.
You have to give credit to Pono Madrigal, goalie for DBU now in the game. After really a rough debut, getting pulled in the second period after giving up 5 goals. This looked really good, rebounded well, looks a lot more confident out there.
Hung in there in this game for sure.
He's been able to keep DBU in this game.
As we've seen a lot more shots in this period than last.
Yeah, Tech now starting to kind of gain that shot advantage back. That shot blocked by Ross. Good defensive play there on the penalty kill. 15 seconds to go on this power play. With the puck now, 25. Players go tumbling in front of the goal. DBU is able to clear it. Blue a chance, trying to hustle to force pressure.
10 seconds. If he can get out and start stretching that ice a little bit, they might be able to get a quick on-man rush here with 3 seconds left to go.
Yeah, that one gets blown dead for icing. I know the puck was cleared behind the red line, but Madrigal went out to play it, but maybe a generous call there. Yeah, the rule should be, I believe, if the goalie goes out to play it or makes any move to play it, icing gets cleared, right? Okay, yeah, the linesmen are correcting their mistake. They're moving this face off to center ice instead of back in the tight zone. That one should not have been icing.
And we've got 1 second left to go on that penalty as Vallis comes back into the play.
Yeah, Vasey has the puck now, 1-on-3. Vasey rips it, and that one goes off the outside of the cage. Vasey unable to keep the puck on his stick. Now Volkanczyk chips it low. Fernandez trying to get some pressure. Birdsong with the puck, turns it over, now clears it to the zone. Wilhelm moves it to Volkanczyk. Volkanczyk up to Fernandez. Fernandez 3-on-3 has help in facing Wilhelm. Fernandez rips in. That one also goes off the outside of the cage. Wilhelm looks for a centering feed to Vasey. Good defensive stick there by Texas Tech.
Yeah, DBU definitely turning up the heat here now, getting some quick chances after that, killing off that penalty kill. Maybe a little momentum swing. Hopefully they can do something about this 2-0 game.
Yeah, it's not quite desperation time yet for DBU, but we're getting close there where they just have to kick in the next gear. I know it's late, but it's also late for Texas Tech. They've driven all the way from Lubbock. So
get the energy drinks in you, get the smelling salts on the bench, whatever you got to do. Just get that extra energy push that'll help you in the game.
Okay, yeah, so now Tech with it. Back in the offensive zone. That shot's blocked. Now a chance for Vasey. Vasey unable to get the puck and forced to touch up. He was offsides. The puck bounced off of his stick. Now Wilhelm able to keep the puck in. And now in the final minute here in this period, Sorelli spins the puck into the Texas Tech bench for a whistle. So 55 seconds to go. DBU still out shooting Tech 37-20. Line up near their blue line and neutral zone face-off for Logan McKenzie. Now that puck into the neutral zone. Not sure if we'll have an interview coming up this intermission. Now Zonana trying to go on, and that puck held onside by McKenzie. Moves it to Fernandez. That one off the skates of McKenzie. Held in there by Sorelli. Tries to shovel it down low. Zonana has it, rings it off iron maybe. Valdivieso might have gotten a piece out with the glove. Either way, that one stays out. Now McKenzie with the puck, fires it, banks off the glass. Valdivieso trying to cover it up and not able to do so. 19 seconds to go. Top line out there for DBU, trying their best just to see if they can cut this deficit down to 1 going into the locker room, but it's been a tough task so far. Now McKenzie, top line out there. McKenzie trying to win that faceoff, loses it, but goes right to Valdivieso. So get a second chance. Get a second chance here. Now 16.8 seconds to go here in this period. McKenzie lines up to the glove side. Zonana tied up, kicks it now to him. Tech wins the puck, banks it off the glass. Glove down by Sally. Only 8 seconds to go, so if DB wants something here, that one ripped by Birdsong. Blown dead with 2.3 seconds to go, so just a little quick chance here for DB. See if they can win a face-off and rip a shot. See if they can beat Valdivieso. A little bit of a Hail Mary shot here, but it'd go a long way for DBU if they could cut this deficit down to 1 going into the second intermission. Now McKenzie elects to go glove side of Valdivieso. DBU pulling their goalie for an extra skater here. Only 2 seconds, and Tech wins that face-off, and that will do it for the second period of play. Your score after 2, the visiting Texas Tech Red Raiders with 2 goals, and the home Dallas Baptist University Patriots still with 0. Shots on goal, 20 for Texas Tech and 39 for DBU, and that will do it for a second period of play. Maybe not the period that DBU wanted, as that deficit now gets cut down to, gets extended to 2, and 20 minutes now to get 2 goals for DBU. It'll be a tall task, but we've seen last games that they played 2 weekends ago that they can get goals in quick succession. So it's just a matter of time, seeing if you can get 2 goals in 20 minutes without giving up another one, just to get to at least overtime. But the hill is tall to climb for DBU. And we're going to step away for intermission. We'll be back in 15 minutes for a third period of action. Make sure you don't go anywhere, as we'll have an exciting final stretch for us. So if you're tired, make some coffee, grab an energy drink, do something to stay awake with us. But we won't be going anywhere. We'll be right back here with more hockey action in 15 minutes. All right, welcome back in for the third period of play.
Yeah.
We're getting late. It's a little past 12:30 here in Dallas, but 20 minutes to go. DBU trailing 2-0. David, what do they have to do to get back in this one?
Well, I mean, I've really just seen a collapse of energy over the last 2 periods. DBU just really hasn't been able to generate what they are trying to generate. I mean, obviously late night has something to do with it, but whatever was going on in that locker room, it needed to be something to get the energy sparked into these guys here.
Yeah, maybe the stick bang will get the energy going as we're now underway. DBU looking for 2 goals to try and equalize this game. And scoring we've seen has been a problem on the Friday night games, only getting 1 goal on roughly 60 shots on the first Friday game, and then now 0 goals on 39 shots. So DBU, they have to find a way. Someone has to step up and find the back of the net here. See if they can cut it to about a 1-goal deficit with 5, as that one's not going to help, as that one's turned over. McKenzie blocks the centering feed. Now Tech has it, sticked away by Madrigal off the glass end of the corner. Good rebound control there. It's in the slot. Zonana takes it away. Zonana trying to get around defender, unable to do so. Now Fernandez pressuring the puck. Birdsong banks up, goes off the linesman. That gives Fernandez a chance to pick it up. Fernandez takes a tumble.
And that will be a power play for the Patriots. Here we go. I mean, this is ideal situation. 19 minutes left to go in the third period, and we start off really strong with a 5-on-4 advantage.
Yeah, it's Connor Neal who takes 2 minutes there for tripping. So DBU,
we're not
in.
quite to that point yet where it's do or die. You have to score on this power play, but you'd certainly like to.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like if you're going to have any chance to get back in it, you have to score on this power play. You have your top line out there, freshly rested coming out of intermission, fresh sheet of ice. Just see if you can get a goal here. So you cut it back within 1. Get momentum, get confidence for your team that they can find the back of the net here. Now Vasey wins that face-off. DBU setting up their power play. McKenzie takes the puck off the bank. Works it down low to Fernandez. Fernandez in the far corner. Fernandez spins away from pressure there. Now works it back low. Nobody there. Now tying up a man there is Vasey. Josh Vasey tying up. Fernandez goes to help to win the puck. Tech just trying to kill time there along the boards. And now they're able to get the puck. McKenzie has it. Controls the puck despite multiple stick-lift attempts. Now McKenzie in the slot rips it. It bounces away. Nobody there to clean up the rebound. And Tech clears it down the ice.
They're still not able to break the seal here. I mean, it was a good save by Texas Tech there, but they'd really love to get a better opportunity than that on this power play.
Now Zonana with speed skating through the neutral zone. Zonana has it, gets around defender. Jesse Zonana rings it off the iron again.
Off the post, the exact chance they were trying to get, the chance they needed, and they just barely. They beat the goalie. Like you said, they cannot beat that iron.
It's the second post that Zonana has hit in this one. Third one for DBU as a team. Still just trying to find some way to find the back of the net here. Feels like nothing that they do can work. Now Fernandez fans on the pass attempt off the skates of the linesman, and that one is shot low. 40 seconds to go here on this power play. Now Ross with it, trips up ahead to McKenzie. McKenzie can skate, gets around one guy. McKenzie skates, has help in Bradley. McKenzie's still with the puck, slows off there, looking for a centering feed. Nobody home. Now Ross controls it. 25 seconds to go on this power play. Ross has it along the point. McKenzie goes for a change. Second unit out there. Garibovic looking for someone in front. Swept away by a stick of Valdivievso. Now Wilhelm to Garibovic. Has the puck, bounces off the skate.
Yeah, good paddle away there by Valdivievso. Could have been an opportunity where the puck just chips into that slot for a quick shot, but he makes sure that doesn't happen as we are now even strength.
Yeah, 2 shots on that power play for DBU. Unable to cash in, so now 3 minutes gone by, still looking to find their first goal in this one and cut down to a 1-goal deficit. Now Kramer goes to it. Ross is able to get to the puck first. Tied up by Kramer. Now Bradley takes the puck away. Puck disagrees with him. Looking for a centering feed there. Nobody home. Lamb had the puck there. Now Lamb in front, unable to swat it out in midair. Ross takes the puck away in the corner. Takes a little shove there by Lamb. Now Ross gives a shove there. Bradley's still unable, puck bouncing off of his skate a little bit, or stick. Unable to really have it. Now he gets it, controls it with speed through the neutral zone. Took Garibovic out of his reach. Garibovic pokes it away. Tech trying to clear it. Good pincher by Volkanczyk. Takes a tumble, but keeps the puck in the Tech zone. Now McKenzie back out there. Garibovic. Now Bradley pokes it along the boards. Gorman has it, rips it from the point, deflected and kicked away. Rebound saved by Valdivieso. So Garibovic bidding for a rebound chance there. Just shoved off the puck and tied up now. Tech trying to rim it. Volkanczyk there keeps it in momentarily. Off the neck of Volkanczyk. McKenzie takes a tumble.
Top line out here again.
A top line out there, really just trying to spark some sort of momentum. And a Tech player is down, slow to get up. Rips it, Volkanczyk. That one is in the pads.
Goalie wasn't sure he had it for a second there, but he did manage to get that covered up. I mean, Pono doing everything he can, and frankly, Haynes doing everything he could earlier, but you can't win a game if you don't get a tally up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and number 14, Alex Lamb, laboring a bit there, slow to get up. Could be the second player hurt for Tech in this one. Hope that he's okay and can shake that one off.
We'll probably wait a whistle on there, and then we'll get Xander's report here in just a few minutes.
Sorelli swipes that one low. Zonana, puck by his feet. Fernandez takes it away. Now Fernandez looking from a sharp angle and covered up by Valdivieso.
And as we do get a whistle here, let's go over and head to Xander. Xander, what are you seeing?
Lamb was grabbing at his head, but it doesn't look like they're going to check him out any farther. He seems pretty good. It's just down to DBU. Let's find a way to crack the seal that is Valdivieso. I mean, you've got 45 shots, 5 minutes down, and it's getting dire.
Yeah, Zonana now with the puck, looking to see if he can start scoring. The freshman works speed, works around another man. Zonana unable to get off his backhand. Fernandez moves it to Sorelli at the point, passes to his D partner Ross. That one is fired and goes over the net. A little bit of a step here for DBU, top line, with a bit of speed.
As we see Zonana doing everything he can, he feels like he's kind of the only guy out here. He's running around the whole ice, tries to look for somebody back door, and doesn't look like anybody's really open.
Fernando's trying to feed Zonana there, unable to connect. Now McKenzie, good move there, has it poked now to the neutral zone by Neal, who took that penalty. Now that shot is ripped. That one goes wide. Birdsong unable to hold it in. Zonana with a little shove. Now Fernandez one-on-one. Fernandez has help in Wilhelm. Elects to rip a shot, and that one is gloved out in midair by Valdivieso. 47th save for him on the game.
I mean, it's nice to get a shot there, nice to get a whistle. We were at the end of a shift by the top line, getting a change in there, but man, wish you would have seen some more offense for that line. We had some really great speed over by number 9, Jesse Zanana, rushing into the far side. And maybe it's good defense, maybe it's just not enough crashing by the offense, but just couldn't get a guy open back door.
Yeah, DBU, haven't really been able to get many bodies in the lane, in the shooting lanes. Not really providing any screens to Valdivieso, so it's been able to see everything his way, and also not crashing the blue paint on rebounds. So it's all been a lot of one and dones. And for Valdivieso, a college level goalie is going to make the saves pretty much almost on every shot if it's just a clear shot to him. Now second line out there, Volkanczyk has the puck, has it poked away. Birdsong looking to go the other way. Vasey with the puck. Fans on a pass, but Volkanczyk gets in, works it down low. Coach Jason Hilliard is really trying to urge his guys to get in on the forecheck and get going. Same with emphatic hand waving there. Gorman tries to rip a shot, goes off the body of Wilhelm. Gorman pinching in, banks it along the boards to Wilhelm. Looking for Vasey. Vasey has it. Vasey poking at it and diving on his stomach. There's Valdivieso to cover that one up.
And we are seeing a changing of the lines of DBU, and no, I do not mean switching from second to third or third to fourth. I mean a switching up of player personnel, as we've got Spencer Hilliard out there with Luke Bradley and Garibovic as well. So Coach Hilliard really just trying to do anything he can to change up the energy here.
Yeah. And the energy could be changed here. DBU, they're gifted another opportunity here on the power play, their fourth or fifth one for the game. Still looking for their first goal. And now something that we have seen throughout the game is that top power play unit. They're going to stay together. And really, they've looked the best so far with McKenzie and Zonana. Just trying to see if they can now get a power play goal. That's number 25 for Tech going to the box. So DBU with 13:31 to go. Another power play chance to try and cut this into a 1-goal deficit and just get one on the board. Vasey's out there, wins the face-off to Fernandez. Fernandez gets knocked down. Sprawling trying to go the other way. Now a breakaway chance on the power play. This is Kramer. Kramer with speed. A good back check by McKenzie. Madrigal able to make the save there. McKenzie pressuring there on the back check. Now turns it over.
And what
Gorman.
a timely save there by Pono Madrigal. I mean, if Texas Tech gets a goal there, it's slipping out of reach for DBU, but that save keeps them in it.
And Zonana now controls, moves to Fernandez at the point. Back to Zonana. Zonana spins away from pressure, moves it down low to Vasey. It's a loose in front, knocked out of midair, and Fernandez just swipes it wide of the goal. And
we're starting to get to that situation where DBU is just going to need a little bit of puck luck for the puck to go in, and they don't get it there. Another bad bounce for them.
Fernandez trying to go for the home run there, hitting out in midair. Now Vasey overskates the puck. Good play there by McKenzie to keep it in along the boards. Players fighting for it. Swiped now away by number 9 from Tech. A minute to go in this power play, halfway through. A few good chances. Madrigal trying to spring a headman pass, and that
we
will be
will see
icing.
an icing on the goaltender, and not only that, we have an icing on the goaltender on the power play. Something you don't see every day.
Yeah, after that, he looked at the bench and patted on his chest saying, "That's on me." But now,
I mean, he was really just trying to spark the team. You can't really blame him for that, trying to chip it up into the neutral zone and get an odd man rush opportunity, but unfortunately just doesn't work out for him.
yeah, Tech was in the middle of the chain trying to catch him off guard there. But no harm done as Ross is able to win it now. 50 seconds to go, 200 feet up the other way of the ice, trying to turn it uphill, trying to turn it downhill here, get just some sort of pressure, see if you can find.
No, I agree with your first
Find a
statement
lot.
there. I think it is uphill. We are feeling a little bit of ice tilt here as DBU's trying to get back in this game, but it doesn't feel like they can.
McKenzie, great effort there. McKenzie still with the puck. McKenzie to Zonana, unable to get a shot away. Another golden chance for DBU.
A golden chance, exactly, just how you said it. It was a great opportunity. tries to pull the trigger and just whiffs on the puck there. I think if he connects with that, that's an easy tally for him.
And Zonana carrying the puck. Going through multiple men. Good hands there. Zonana rips that one, and that one is shouldered away by Valdivieso. McKenzie with the puck. McKenzie leaves it to Ross. Ross skating in. That shot blockered away to the corner by Valdivieso. We're back to even strength. Vasey trying to keep the pressure on. Rims it low. No one there for DBU, so Tech able to control it. And that pass goes out of the reach and will be an icing as Gorman is first to it. So 11:20 to go. 50 shots for DBU. Valdivieso stood tall in every single one. So they're going to have to just find another gear to kick it into here.
Starting to see a little bit of a pattern from DBU over the last couple games here. It seems like they are really good at creating really great save percentages for the opposing team's goaltenders as they get a lot of shots.
Only for the Friday game. They put up 8 on that Saturday, but gave up 9, so ultimately that's why they're still looking for their first win. Now Bradley has it, moves it to Gorman. Gorman rips it. That one is covered up by Valdivieso.
And
no one in.
Again,
no one in.
something has to be said for Texas Tech putting their bodies on the line. I'm seeing guys diving. I'm seeing guys kneeling after almost every single shot from DBU. Guys are really just trying to block those shots, and they've done obviously a great job so far.
Yeah, and let's give credit to where credit is due. Tech has come in here and they've played great, but so far they've outplayed DBU. As now the puck loose in front, backhand chance is covered away. Bradley looking to try and get DBU on the board there. Takes a little bit of a shove. So now 52 shots, still 0 goals.
Take this lull of the game and head over ringside to Xander. Xander, you got anything for us?
It's the same story, and it's quickly turning into who can solve the goalie, because you need somebody. You have to get somebody to solve this goalie, or you are not going to win this game at all.
Yeah, at this point, time is starting to run out on DBU. That clock is draining very fast, it feels like, for the Patriots. That shot deflected by Garibovic, kicked away by Valdivieso. Now looking to spring Kramer there out of his reach. Got a stick on it, so no icing. Volkanczyk back behind his zone. Looking to spring Kinsella now. Hilliard. Hilliard now. Hilliard has the puck. Trying to feed Bradley. Gets hit there along the boards. Now Tech looking to skate the other way. Volkanczyk back skating. Long car trying to get around him. Sorelli first to it. Now Garibovic trying to get through a couple of defenders. Puck disagrees with them. Banked up ahead by Volkanczyk. No icing there as Vigorous goes for a cheer for Tech. Vigorous turns it over. The puck bounces off the stick there of Volkanczyk. Now Wilhelm with the puck. Dawson Blue, golden chance from the slot, goes wide.
From behind the goal line, picks his head up, sees Dawson Blue wide open in the slot, gets the puck over to him, and man, Dawson Blue with the lone goal in our first game, saw an opening spot, but just couldn't hit the net. I mean, would that have been a great opportunity for us?
Yeah, from here, it looked like he had room on that glove side. Had it been a little more to the left, more on net, I think he could have scored that one. Dawson Blue actually had the only goal in that first Friday game, so maybe he's the one that could get scoring started.
He's definitely kicking himself after that one. I mean, that is a chance that every forward wants back if they miss.
Wide open, uncontested shot from the slot. Now that one's covered up along the side of the net. 9:45 to go. We're in the final 10 minutes of this one. DBU still trying to bid for their first goal in this game. Tech trying to hold on to a 2-goal lead and close this one out.
Desperation. You can see the shots that are getting through aren't really quality. It's just kind of quantity right now. They're seeing if anything will squeak by.
And that one evades Sally there.
It's the same story we've been talking about all night. DBU needs to get better quality chances or better shots on goal because the first shot's just not doing it.
Sorelli turns that one over. Now he's able to get the puck back. Birdsong trying to keep it in. Unable to hold it. Now with speed is Blue. Blue has help in Vasey. Blue likes just to rip a shot. That one goes wide, blocker side. Now Wilhelm to Vasey. Second line out there for DBU. Wilhelm with it. Trying to look for a centering feed. 6 in the lane there. That one chipped up and into the DBU zone. Good touch there, so no icing. That allows Tech to get complete a change, as now that one will be blown down for icing. So maybe spoke a little too soon there. Looked like he had good touch, but honestly, the ice is in pretty good condition for us being third period.
Well, third period and having a curling session before, before the game today.
Honestly, looks pretty good from up here. As obviously that
Must
one.
have been all the sweeping.
Yeah, especially after that one just trickled all the way down to the DB red line. So a chance here. Some tired Red Raiders out there. They're going for a change before the icing. So you have some guys who are ready to get off the ice. Top line out there for DBU trying to take advantage of that. Fernandez turns that one over, gets a stick in the lane, and now that one will go out to the neutral zone, allowing Tech to get their fresh bodies out there. 8:40 to go now.
8:40 to go and 12:52 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Approaching 1 a.m. See if we can get some midnight magic in this one. That shot ripped and right into the glove of Madrigal. He saw that all the way. He's made faced about 13 shots so far since coming in, and he's stood to the task for every single one of them. So maybe that goalie switch that we saw after the second goal by Haynes, maybe see if that can spark some momentum like it did in that game against Nebraska after Madrigal got pulled. But so far hasn't worked, and it'll be interesting to see who starts in net tomorrow. It's supposed to be Madrigal in goal and Haynes backing up, but
well, I mean, you can say it hasn't worked, but you can also say it has worked. I mean, they haven't given up another goal, but they also haven't been able to capitalize on any. So still 2-0.
And that shot ripped. Madrigal sees that again in his glove, catches it like a catcher in baseball, and holds on to it. Now
you can tell that Tech's game plan is kind of just to hold it in the zone / chip it out. They're not aggressing at all, and they're really just icing it over and over again or chipping it out.
Yeah,
there haven't been a lot of offensive opportunities.
Winding down the clock there, just trying to waste that time so that DBU, the game slips away from them.
Yeah, and this kind of that adage that goes is that one is deflected and kicked away by Madrigal. Yeah, the adage says is you're either trying to win or you're trying not to lose. And right now it feels like Tech is just trying not to lose by keeping this one, by not really trying to make risky plays to get another goal. Rather, they're just trying to play it safe and just kill time. And Garibovic, the puck bounces over his blade, now coming way out of his net is Valdiviev, so sweeps that one to the neutral zone.
Yeah, and you do mention that kind of tactic that Texas Tech is taking, that kill clock tactic. That tactic is actually called prevent defense, and normally we don't suggest it because it doesn't work. So we'll see how it works for them tonight.
DBU, 7 minutes now to go try and get to. So the hill just becomes steeper and steeper for them to climb. So they have to try and get it within one soon. And that one not going to do any favors. Turned over. That one swept wide off. Good back check by Volkanczyk, and he just rims it all the way down the ice. So that one will be icing.
Yeah. And to go back of that saying I was just just saying, there is an adage that goes along with that. They say when you play prevent defense, you prevent offense to prevent the win. So, I mean, we'll see what happens here tonight, see if they keep trying to ice the puck, but generally that is why the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey, because the team ahead gets a little bit too comfortable. I mean, obviously you never know. 2-goal lead, I mean, you know what's worse? What I'd rather have is a 2-goal lead than a 2-goal deficit.
Yeah, in this case, you'd love to be the team that has 2 goals, not the team staring at a goose egg on the scoreboard and trying to just figure out something to get a goal. As you've hit the post 3 times already, you've thrown 54 shots the goalie's way, and yet you still have a 0 hanging up on the scoreboard. So it'll be interesting to see who steps up on this young DBU team, who can step up and make the play that gets him back in it. Now Blue has it, 1-on-2, kicks it to himself. Wilhelm now out there. Puck bounces through Ross. He sweeps it back to Johnson. We haven't really seen too much so far later in this game. Maybe getting ice time cut for a couple defensive lapses and hit there on Blue. Got
maybe after
between
that
2
goal
players.
earlier in the game that was let up, seems to have a little bit less shift.
Ross evades a stick. Great effort there. Gets away from 3 hits. Ross looking for a centering feed and swept away. Good defensive play there by the Red Raider.
Marley Ross with a little bit of truculence there. See, he fights off a few of those hits.
Ross gets taken down. Johnson goes to get the puck. Spins away from the check. Has to let Ross touch up. Now he does, and Wilhelm likes to rim it low. DB going for a change.
Yeah, that dump and chase play, I mean, it's a decent strategy, but...
It's loose. Looking for
between the
legs! What a goal to get deep. Between the legs there for Tyson Wilhelm.
I mean, Tyson Wilhelm with the injury coming back. This is his first game back from it after the first game. And man, does he show up on the scoreboard huge with a great highlight. Probably one of the best we'll see all season with a between the legs, top shelf roof goal.
That was an absolute...
Sometimes you have to get a Grizzly goal, and then sometimes you have to put it between your legs and go far down.
Sometimes you got to go for the highlight play, and he does there, showing why he's an asset to this DBU offense. As now they get it into the offensive zone, and they try and work on this momentum.
Yeah, now DBU all of a sudden with an extra bit of life. Now 1-goal game. Top line out there, seeing if they can draw an equalizer in quick succession. McKenzie has it now. McKenzie met by 2 Raiders. Fernandez goes to retrieve it, moves it to the point to Sorelli. Sorelli fires, blocked in traffic, swept down the length of the ice. And once Gorman gets there,
the offensive shift that the Patriots needed, as they're already trying to capitalize and getting the momentum swing that we're seeing, as it's 2-1. But they've definitely tilted the ice back in their favor.
Yeah, under 5 minutes to go now. It's crunch time for DBU, as now they're back within 1 thanks to an absolute disgusting goal by Tyson Wilhelm. I'm sure we'll see that one on the Hockey House podcast highlights. Goals of the week right there.
I mean, you can see over on the bench there are guys patting him on the shoulder, guys coming up over to him. I mean, you can only imagine what they're saying. They're saying, what a goal.
Fernandez. McKenzie has it, wraps around, and that one stays out. Knocked out of midair. McKenzie fires it, getting a piece that is Divievso. Now Zonana with it. Zonana looking for an equalizer. Moves it to Sorelli. Sorelli rips it. That one is blocked. Multiple Raiders go down. Fernandez has it. DBU really flying out there trying to get an equalizer. Fernandez looking for someone in front. Fernandez. McKenzie gets taken down. It's still loose. Tech able to control it. You got some tired players out there after the icing. They're trying to shoot it into their own bench.
It into their own bench. And that should not be... Yeah, okay, the face-off will be in their defensive zone. So
it seemed like an intentional stoppage to try and get those tired guys out there. Almost 2 minutes on that shift for some of them. That top line.
Man, as we've got another moment of silence, I mean, what just to look back, what a goal by Tyson as he's back out there to take this face-off.
I think out of all the goals I've seen so far here at DBU in my year and 3 games, that's probably one of the nastiest goals I've seen.
We almost had a Michigan last year from Christian Beckett, didn't quite connect, but definitely a highlight one from Tyson, and we will be seeing this one on repeat all season.
And now under 4 to go, DBU 58 shots. Now just trying to find the back of the net one more time. Second line out there, the line that got the scoring started, Volkanzik, trying to move it to Blue. Ross spins back with the puck. Ross with it now, looking to skate through the neutral zone. Banks it ahead to Wilhelm, who has the DBU goal so far in this one. Maybe looking for a second. Vasey slowing it down. Tries to chip into the zone. Blue trying to take advantage of a bouncing puck there. Chopped away. Kramer met there by Vasey. Kramer loses the puck. Blue rips it. It's loose. Rebound. It's scored! Dawson Blue ties it on the rebound. It's a 2-2 game.
Just like that, 2 shots, 2 goals. DBU is back in this game after 60 shots, 2 goals. It's a 2-2 hockey game.
And just like that, in a matter of a few minutes, a 2-goal deficit has turned into a tie game. And DBU feels like they have all the momentum. And to try and slow that down, the Texas Tech coach is using their timeout. Maybe see if they can just rally the troops. How about that for right as the clock hit 1 a.m., top of the next hour. Dawson Blue fires a shot, makes a save, and like we said, finally crashing on a rebound, able to cash in to tie this one up.
And we were just talking about it a few minutes ago, the 2-goal lead, most dangerous lead in hockey, and we see DBU capitalize on that, get 1 goal, get 2 goals. They're back in this game, 3 minutes, 18 seconds left to go. It's a 2-2 hockey game.
Yeah, and just like that, whenever...
Yeah, look, I mean, it's incredible how much 1 goal can do for you. You get that 1 goal, they keep the pressure on, they get the second one. This is a tie game. You have 3 minutes left, and you definitely have momentum on your side.
Yeah, DBU, after feeling like time was draining on them quickly, now all of a sudden, I don't think they want this period to end. They want to just keep it going, keep that pressure on Tech, and see if they can come away with a comeback win to get their first W on the season. So, second line out there is Vasey, Wilhelm, and Blue. Trying to see now if they can get another goal. Really, it's been just the top 2 lines we've seen in the last 10 minutes that head coach Hilliard has sent out there. Those 2 lines really getting buzzing, getting that energy going, and it seems like DBU's got that second win. Johnson works that to the neutral zone.
Yeah, this point in the game, we start to see the difference between a team with a full bench and a team without a full bench. Texas Tech definitely struggling with less men.
And that one's turned over. Now wrapping behind the goal, there's Kramer. Johnson takes it away, moves along the boards out of Wilhelm. Wilhelm trying to clear the zone. Johnson knocks it down. Gorman there to get it, looking to spring a pass. That's up ahead. Dawson Blue, backhand save, blocker down out of midair.
And that'll be a penalty. DBU is going to get a power play here as long as they can keep their head and not retaliate, and they do. Dawson Blue with a perfect chance, but it's a great save by the goaltender there as he goes onto the backhand and just can't connect there.
Yeah, Dawson Blue looking for his second goal of the game, and second in a matter of minutes.
And just like that, DBU's turned around the momentum completely.
Yeah, I went from being down 2-0, now you're tied 2-2, and you're going on the power play. And now head coach Hilliard elects to use a timeout, see if he can rest those top legs who've played almost the entire third period in the last 10 minutes or so. And really just see if you can draw up some sort of power play.
They're still giving taps on the back, taps on the head to Tyson and Dawson for those 2 goals earlier in this game. The whole team has rallied around them. And honestly, they've rallied around Pono as well. As soon as they put him into the game, not a single goal let up from him since, and DBU has stayed in the game because of it. At this point, I'd like to go back to that one save that he made earlier in the game where that breakaway that he was able to paddle aside. I mean, that was a key save in this game. If he doesn't make that save, DBU, I'd argue, doesn't come back to this game.
No, because then you're on the power play trying to draw an equalizer at the time, and if you give up a shorthanded breakaway to make it 3-0, at that point you just feel deflated. You feel like you can't score on the goalie, you're down by 3. But that's where we were talking about it in film on Wednesday, was that Austin Fowler was simply saying to the goalies in the room that they need to make a clutch save when they need that. Like when they need a clutch save, they need to make that save somehow, some way. And we saw.
Let's go ahead and take it over to Xander ringside. Just tell us, how's the energy from the Texas Tech side of the benches?
I watched multiple people go to the bench kind of with that look on their face of, like, oh my God. But, DBU has a 2-minute power play with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. You spend the whole period on the power play basically, and if you cash in, you basically guaranteed win.
And McKenzie looking to start the power play. A little over 2 minutes to go in the period and a little under 2 minutes on the power play. Short-handed taking the puck away there is Kramer. Kramer working around defenders. Now Alexis to kill time and go all the way back to his zone. But as long as DBU doesn't get with a short-handed goal, they should at least have the man advantage for the remainder of this period. Either go up 3-2 or at least take it to overtime pretty much on the power play. As Madrigal goes and leaves that one for Gorman, who drops to Zonana. Zonana with speed. Zonana picking up plenty of speed. Zonana, one-man rush to Vasey. Saved by Valdivieso, cutting across, getting that one. Vasey looking for his first goal at the college level. Tries to leave that one for McKenzie and cleared all the way down. Madrigal goes out of
Energy
his
is
goal.
definitely turned up in this game over these last couple minutes. We can see DBU Patriots just jabbing back at him again, trying to get another one to the back of that net. I mean, they've already cracked the seal. May as well put it all to him.
And McKenzie 2-on-4, rips that one, goes wide. Vasey hustling, unable to keep it in. Chips away from a pressure there. DBU having to wait and touch up. Bradley out there now getting a power play chance. So we're starting to see that second unit come out for DBU. Second unit power play who did so good against Nebraska in that second game, trying to see if they can find a goal. Ross
Great keep in by
that
Ross.
one in.
It's not even going to matter.
Chipped out of play. So this will come back out to the.
Actually, I correct myself on that one. It is going to matter because Marley Ross able to keep the puck into that zone, forcing Texas Tech to throw the puck into the benches, and now they've got an offensive zone chance with 59 seconds left to go on the clock.
The second unit out there now is Wilhelm. He has Garibovich to his left, Bradley to his right, Ross and Zonana behind him. So Zonana again a double shift here on this power play. Coaching staff has confidence that he can do what it takes to get another goal. Now Ross has it. Ross trying to fire it. Dumps all the way down to the far corner. Bradley first to it. Spins away from a hit there. Bradley still with the puck. Moves it to Zonana. Zonana back to Bradley. Bradley to Wilhelm. Wilhelm trying to kick it away. Wilhelm has it. Works behind the goal. Bands on a pass looking for Ross there. And that gives Tech a chance to clear it. They kill off that power play. 30 seconds to go here in regulation. Ross slowing down. Trying to rim it. Now taken away by Longcar. That one goes just wide of Madrigal's net. 22 seconds to go. DB looking for a late regulation winner. As we're 15 seconds away from overtime, Zonana slows down, moves it to Wilhelm. Wilhelm trying to get through two red sweaters, unable to do that. Now Longcar taps it to the neutral zone. Zonana back to retrieve it. 5 seconds to go. Last chance here for DBU. Blue takes a hit there. Now Gorman has the puck. Players tumbling, and that will do it for regulation. DBU with 2 late goals to tie this one up by Tyson Wilhelm.
And if the game didn't go late enough already, we're going to get some extra hockey here.
That's only 1:07 a.m. for us here in Dallas, late into the Friday night.
Notably, 2 late games and 2 extra innings. So we give some baseball terminology. UNT, who got the overtime goal in the other game right across from us on the other ice.
SMU.
Against SMU, and now DBU gets a chance here against Texas Tech with some overtime hockey.
Yeah, we'll see if DBU can carry over that home ice magic and see if they can pull off an overtime comeback win for themselves. At the very least, they have gotten themselves a point out of this one. And let's send it down to Xander. Xander, what is it like down on the ice?
It's intense, man. The emotions are crazy. The energy drinks are being chugged by basically everybody, both on the bench and off. I have the medical technician here really wanting to go home, actually. She's kind of upset. But let's stretch this game out, guys. Let's go overtime. I love it. Let's get this game. Let's get some hype.
Hey, let's go to 2 a.m. Why not, right?
At least this isn't playoffs where
We
it goes
don't
until
need
someone
sleep on a
scores.
Friday night. Got no school tomorrow. Got no better place to be than the Star Center Valley Ranch watching the game between DBU and Texas Tech Red Raiders. Bash it out in overtime hockey, 2-2.
All right, real quick, rapid fire, David. Who do you think gets the winner in this one?
Oh, in this one,
Rapid fire.
I got to go with Jesse Zanana. I mean, he's been on it all game. He's had the speed, he's had the chances, he's had the shots. The one thing he hasn't been able to do is connect, and I think if there's a time to do it, it's right now.
I think Logan McKenzie, captain, he'll make his big captain moment that he's arrived as the leader for this team. I think he'll net the winner as McKenzie now turns that one over. Good pressure there by Wilhelm. 3 forwards out there for DBU. Wilhelm with speed.
With the speed.
Pressuring that one as now Valdivieso sweeps that one ahead for his teammate. Zonana takes that away. McKenzie back to retrieve it. Has to be smart there, evading a stick lift. Taking a couple taps there. Now McKenzie with the puck. Red Raider goes down, but DBU unable to take advantage of that. They could have had a chance to rush with numbers. And a good touch there. Tyson going for a change. Maybe that upper body injury could be nagging him a little bit. Maybe he wants to
After
play
that
safe.
between the legs goal we saw earlier, I'd say it's an afterthought at this point. He's not even focusing on it.
Yeah, Fernandez replaces him. So top 3 forwards are out there all for DBU. As number 9 goes 1-on-3 for Tech. Tech trying to get fresh bodies out there. Slot chance. That one goes wide of Madrigal's net. Now Zonana with the puck. Zonana spins away from pressure. Looks to spring to Fernandez. Fernandez has the puck. 2-on-2. Fernandez works to the middle. Fernandez still having the puck. 1-on-3. Slows it down.
Yeah,
Now Fernandez.
3-on-3 hockey here. Possession is key. You want to try and hold on to that puck as long as possible.
And now a
You
chance
never
for
know when you're gonna
Longcar,
get another chance.
the defenseman for Tech, the captain. That one is banked along the boards there. Zonana still out there, him and McKenzie. Getting plenty of time. Player taking a tumble there for Tech. Now a chance for numbers the other way. McKenzie with it. McKenzie has open Fernandez, 2-on-2. Zonana going for a change. McKenzie slows down, waits to get his teammate. Now moves it to Fernandez. That one hops off of his stick. 3:18 to go here in this 3-on-3 overtime. Now Gorman pinching in. Gorman with the puck. Leaves it to Fernandez. Gorman behind the goal. Trying to feed Fernandez in the slot there. Gorman getting tied up. The 2-8s tie up there for the puck.
You got on the ice
The
Gorman, Fernandez, and Vasey.
Vasey out there, freshman. What an opportunity this would be to get his first goal with DBU as a first college goal. As that one is sent the length of the ice. We'll see if this one has enough for icing. And it will be icing, so tired Tech players who've been out there for over 2 minutes now. I know number 8 and number
Not
29,
gonna get a chance to
they've been out
change.
there since overtime started. And we're almost halfway through, so DBU now, golden
Patriots
opportunity.
are going to take advantage of that. They send out Captain Logan McKenzie along with Jesse Zonana, double shift and getting them back out there again.
Josh Vasey,
Really
2
trying to
freshmen and the
put it home.
captain. Vasey, one of the better face-off players for DBU, looking to see if he can win this one back. And Tech is able to win it. Unable to get fresh bodies. Now 2-on-1 the other way. Good back check there by Vasey, able to slow that one down.
And that you see Texas Tech just out of gas. Maybe if they had been able to change, they would have had a really good opportunity 2-on-1.
Yeah,
Maybe
now
could've
Tech with
gotten
unable to
some
get a
speed.
change out there. 3-on-2. McKenzie drags McKenzie, and it's loose in the blue paint.
It beats the goalie, but doesn't trickle to the back of the net. He gets just enough of it to stop it in the blue paint and won't cross that red line.
Beats the goalie, but does not beat the snow that's in that crease. No chance to clean the ice after the third period. Now Birdsong with it for Tech. Birdsong looking for a centering feed, and Madrigal's able to cover that one, closing that
And
slot.
what a chance by Logan McKenzie back down on the other end. Like I was talking about, beats the goalie, as you were saying, doesn't beat the snow. I actually used to have a goalie on my team that would build sort of a snow fort. Once the ice started getting a little chippy, he would build a wall there. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe that snow could end up stopping a goal like we saw there. I mean, maybe he wasn't crazy after all.
Yeah, that's where you wish you could just gotten a little more on that shot. Now Tech wins that offensive zone faceoff. 2 minutes to go in overtime. 9 rips it and right into the glove of Madrigal. Looking
By
solid in
Madrigal
this one.
Time again.
Madrigal keeping DBU in this game. I got a chance to talk with him a little bit after those games, and he told me, yeah, just those jitters got to him first game, and he said that he would be better and he would bounce back, and he's been true to his word so far, really doing all that he all that he could to keep DBU in this one.
I mean, cool, level-headed, calm, collected, all words I would use to describe him in this game.
Gorman now with the puck trying to get going the other way. That puck is worked down low. Kramer first to it for Tech. Kramer gets hit there by Gorman, tying him up. That one comes loose in front, and now with speed, Blue is able to get out into the neutral zone, clear off some of the pressure. Now Blue trying to take advantage of those fresh legs. Now Tech 2-on-1. Back to defend is Colin. Good defensive play there, kills that 2-on-1 rush. Shots blocked by Gorman. Takes a little shove there. Tech with a little bit of offensive pressure here late in this overtime. 1:20 to go here before we get to a shootout possibly. Gorman looking for an exit. Gets it to the neutral zone.
And there was a good talk on that play between, here we go, offensive
Kramer,
rush.
defended by Gorman, drops it. Puck slowed down a little bit by the ice there, taking a hit to make a play there.
Tough to give any commentary in this game when every other
Now
minute there's
Zonana
another
with
chance.
it. Zonana on the backhand. That one is cut down by Valdivieso. So that one sent down the length of the ice. That will be icing as soon as DBU is able to get to it. And 52.6 seconds to go.
And as I was attempting to say, there was good communication there with Colin Gorman and back checker Tyson Wilhelm. As they go back, Wilhelm takes the guy with the puck, communicates to Colin to take the guy without the puck, and he does a great job covering him.
Yeah, and those type players are gassed. They're out there on a knee, bending over, trying to just catch any sort of breath. So if there's any opportunity for DBU to take advantage of that, it'd be right now. McKenzie wins that face-off. You can see the legs are not there for those Raiders that are out there. Not able to change on the icing. Now McKenzie has it. Logan McKenzie trying to cut that one down. That one's cleared to the neutral zone. Zonana first to it. Urging to get fresh changes, get a change out there. And McKenzie unable to receive that pass. And that'll allow 2 fresh Raiders out there. 30 seconds to go. That one out of the reach. No icing, so McKenzie goes back to retrieve it. Surveying for options. Let's move it to Ross. Ross trying to spring Zonana. That one is cut down by number 29, Neal.
15 seconds left to
go. Now
go.
Zonana with the puck. Zonana has a cutter, and McKenzie hits McKenzie. McKenzie with the shot, with the puck. Fires it short side. That one goes over the goal. Ross with it to Zonana. Zonana gets on one man. Zonana in front. That one is blockered away by Valdivia.
Perfect opportunity. About 3 seconds left to go on the clock. And we still will not have a winner after 4 periods of play.
And that will do it. They're dragging this one on now. 1:15 a.m. We're late into the Dallas night here. And now we go to a shootout. First one that we've seen so far. We did not see DBU in a shootout whatsoever last season. So this will be the first shootout that I've gotten to call, at least in home games.
Well, and it'll be an interesting test for Pono Madrigal as the freshman takes on his first ever collegiate shootout.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine that for some of the guys with better hands, like McKenzie, Zonana, Wilhelm, that this is their chance to shine. And Madrigal, if you're on for him, you just got to make the saves and give your shooters a chance to take advantage and win this game for you.
As we see the first skater out for Texas Tech.
That'll be Kramer. Kramer working slow, goes wide. Remember, that's number 18. Now 18 fires and Madrigal gloves that one down. Makes first save. Not much of an effort there by 18.
Hey, but
skating slow.
Any shot is a good save by the goalie. If he can keep that out of the back of the net, it's a great way to start off the shootout for the Patriots.
And so Wilhelm, who had the between the legs goal to get the scoring started for DBU, he's out there to lead it off for the Patriots.
As we did see the between the legs goal probably has something to do with it.
Now Wilhelm going right through the shot. That one is shouldered away by Valdivia. So both goalies standing tall in the first round. So 65 shots, 63 saves for Valdivia, and he's 1 for 1. And Madrigal 1 for 1 on his end. This will be number 29, Connor Neal for Tech. Referee telling the Patriot players to get in the bench. I believe that'll be Zonana, who's ready to come out for his shot. But first, Neal will take the shot for Tech. Neal, working with speed, fires it out.
Here, a big energy boost for Texas Tech as that goal goes in. And of course, DBU leaves it right up to the captain, Logan McKenzie, to see what he can do on this shootout where we need a goal.
Yeah, McKenzie looking to tie this shootout. Has it now. Works a little wide. McKenzie with good hands. McKenzie slows the goalie down and kicked away.
Beats the goalie, has it flat on his stomach, and just doesn't get a good shot off. Misses the net completely. If he's able to collect himself, maybe take an extra half second and roof it. I mean, that's an easy goal for McKenzie. He makes those all day. He's just caught up in the moment there a little bit.
Yeah, so now Madrigal needing to make a save to keep DBU alive. If Tech scores here, they will win this game. Now skating with the head of steam, working wide. That shot faked. Madrigal is able to cut away the angle and keep that one out. So now it all comes down. See who the Patriots send out. It'll be number 11, Alan Garibovic, the freshman.
An interesting call there, but if you've been tuning into the DBU practices, he's been doing well on these shootouts.
Yeah, Garibovic, talk about a pressure-filled moment, having to score to keep this one alive. Goes really slow, maybe trying to lull Valdivia to sleep. He comes way out of the blue plane, now picks up speed. Garibovic picks up speed and saves Valdivia and holds on to win this one.
And that's going to do it for a late night game here at Star Center Valley Ranch. What a game! I mean, it obviously not the outcome DBU wants starting the season 0-2-1 now, but hey, they stayed in the game. They made a push there in the third period. I believe if they were to keep going, then overtimes instead of a shootout. I think they have the energy boost there, maybe the momentum to keep them carrying throughout, but just an unfortunate ending for them. They weren't really getting much puck luck all game, though.
Yeah, I mean, 65 shots, only 2 goals, and then you get to a shootout. So we'll take a pause for
give them a moment.
the prayer, and then we'll wrap this one up here in a second. Tonight, DBU trying all they can to mount to come back. They were able to get 2 goals, get a point out of this, but they fall short in a shootout. Tech beating DBU by score 3-2 and 1-0 in the shootout. David, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was a slow start for the Patriots, and I mean, a deserved 0-2 to start out the game. They just couldn't get on top of it, and that really weighed on them the whole game. I mean, they had the shots. They certainly had the shots, 65-31, the final shot count, but they just weren't getting the offensive chances that they wanted to. And I mean, that's kind of a pattern. We've seen that over the last couple games, and unless you catch the goalie in an off day, maybe catch them in a momentum swing and get a couple quick goals. They really hadn't been consistent in those offensive chances. They'll really want to work on that in practice. Maybe work on some more chemistry. I mean, so many freshmen, so many new guys out on the team. It's difficult to pin it on any specific person, any specific scheme. And so early in the season, I think we'll have a chance to continue on that, to build on that throughout the rest of the season. It's a long season, and it's a rough, rocky start for the Patriots, but we'll see them build on it throughout the season, and they'll get better as it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you have so many new faces behind the bench and on the bench that you expected coming into the season that it wasn't going to be clicking like last year, where it's just off the bat, going and rolling, winning a bunch of games. We figured that it would take a bit of time to try and get that chemistry built, try and just get the team to like figure out who they are, their identity, and we're starting to see a bit of maturity tonight. I am impressed by the effort that the Patriots showed, not quitting on the game. Some veterans by Wilhelm and Blue
some veterans
able to
definitely
step up.
stepping up tonight. I mean, we saw Dawson Blue with the goal to tie it, and then obviously Tyson Wilhelm with one of the best goals DBU hockey franchise history has ever seen, between the legs, top shelf roofs it. I mean, there are definitely some highlights to take away from tonight, but obviously the loss, it comes at an awful time. I mean, starting the season 0-3, I mean 0-2-1, same difference, but it's really difficult for this young team, especially as they're going through this. And this is a game they marked off that they were hoping to really win in this season.
Yeah, and last year whenever Tech came to town, we saw Ryan Valdivieso play both games. So if he's in net tomorrow night, do you think DBU has a little bit of momentum, kind of figuring out at least how they can get some past them?
It'll be interesting to see what Fowler and Hilliard cook up, what they decide to do with the goaltender and the netminer whole front. I mean, we saw Haynes starting tonight, and then they pulled him after the quick 2-0 lead, maybe to try and spark something into DBU. I think it worked. I think it was the right call. Obviously, Pono not letting up a single goal until the shootout. But yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see who they go with for the starting job. Might go back to Haynes since he didn't play the majority of this game. Might go back to Pono, play the hot hand. I mean, he hasn't given up a goal in regulation, so since that Nebraska game, didn't give up a goal in regulation against Texas Tech. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, their plan was to play Pono. I could see them playing Haynes just because he didn't get enough ice time tonight. So
yeah, Xander, do you have any thoughts as we get ready to close up this broadcast?
Yeah, look, it's a demoralizing loss, right? It's you tie it up, you take it to overtime, and you lose in a shootout. But with those kinds of losses, you have to take the positives, and I think that comeback and finally solving Valdivieso was a great step, and hopefully tomorrow night they have that in their back pocket to hopefully make a difference.
Yeah, so that'll do it for this one tonight. DBU loses 3-2 in a shootout, still looking for their first win of the season, but they'll have a chance here, technically in the same day, it's already Saturday, they'll have a chance to come back out here 8:15 p.m. and see if they can bounce back and maybe get a big win to just get momentum under them going into the road trip.
Make sure you come out to that one. That one will not be starting too late, will not be ending too late. It's going to be a reasonable start and a reasonable time for the game to happen. So let's pack the stands. We're going to be on the correct side this time, but we'll go ahead and close out this stream here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.